It's aviation's final frontier. Cowboy pilots who deliver small, used aircraft.
Why is this thing not working? Freaking A, man.
Across distances they were never meant to fly.
This is the most extreme type of flying you can do.
There's a right way to fly an airplane and there's a wrong way.
They take on the deadliest flights, ride out the wildest weather.
I can't see anything, nothing.
Every plane I fly in, I expect is trying to kill me.
And do whatever it takes to survive. But as long as there's money and fuel to burn,
Smell that jet A.
What was that?
they'll live to fly another day.
Let's roll.
About 80 kilometers east of San Francisco,
CB Aviation, this Cory?
a pilot embarks on a risky journey to change his own destiny.
No, you don't understand. We're set to depart tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Cory Benson recently walked away from a lucrative car dealership to follow his passion for aviation.
I knew there was a big risk, and I knew there was a very good chance that I wasn't going to make the money that I was making in the car business, but I wanted to do something that I loved.
Cory's new job, selling and delivering small second-hand planes. In the industry, it's called ferry flying. And only pilots with nerves of steel need apply. They fly anything, anywhere, anytime. From single-engine planes, through turboprops, and multi-million-dollar jets. If it has wings, they'll take it, no matter how far
Well, we're not in Kansas anymore, man.
or how dangerous.
Bro, that's bad.
It's a radical career change, but Cory is committed.
I'm the type of guy that when I decide I'm going to do it, I'm going to find a way to make it work. I never look back. I don't want to get back in the car business. I've basically put all of my eggs in this one basket, and I will make it work.
And here's the plane that Cory hopes will jumpstart his dream. This Merlin 3, a sleek turboprop built in 1980. Cory bought it in California and sold it to a customer in Australia. To pick up his check, he's gonna have to fly the plane on a treacherous journey across the Pacific Ocean. The problem is, the Merlin doesn't have the fuel capacity. So Cory's hired a team of aviation mechanics to install an auxiliary fuel system inside the cabin. A retrofit that will turn the plane into a potential flying bomb.
So let's go and check the system out. Now we're gonna stick in the aircraft.
Everything's new and unfamiliar, especially this jury-rigged backup fuel system.
So let's say that you want to use the right tank first. What you do then is that you open this valve here, and you open this valve here.
Okay.
The fuel control panel was built with a mix of aircraft, automotive, and plumbing parts.
Put this the way it should be, okay? It's gonna be this way.
And these two aluminum tanks will be installed in the cockpit, each filled with over 300 liters of fuel.
Let's disconnect this one here
It really looks kind of rinky-dink.
and put it on this side.
You're starting to make me a little nervous. You're thinking about that there's going to be 9 hours we're going to be over water, and we've got to control of the fuel tanks on top of that. I want to make sure it works. I want to make sure it works right, and that we completely understand how to work this.
So what happens if we had something with the airplane go wrong, where we lost power, where it wasn't powering either of the inverters?
Let's say you lose these two here. You lose everything on the aircraft and pressurization. You don't want that. You're in trouble.
That's one of the scariest part about being a ferry pilot, is you're in an unfamiliar airplane going somewhere very dangerous.
Most of the people survive. You know, some of them die, of course, but most of them survive.
This will be a steep learning curve for Cory, and it just got even steeper because he's landed another job.
Perfect. Okay. In the aircraft delivery business, you never know when the plane's going to be ready. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 flights that come together at the same time, which has happened here.
Cory was hired to move a single-engine Cessna 206, but this one is over 35 years old. So he's hired a top-notch team to take on the flight for him.
Well, you get a good feeling to see if she's ready to go across the water, which we need her to be ready to go across the water. So,
Bob Rasky has logged over 23,000 hours in every kind of flying machine, from commercial airliners to fighter jets.
I'll let you get up.
Okay.
You're younger and more agile, so.
His co-pilot, Yasmina Platt, has a fraction of that experience. Just 600 hours in small planes.
That looks good there.
But she's hungry for more.
Be here and going flying? Awesome. There's nothing better in the world than to go flying. Yeah, baby's gonna treat us well, right? You're gonna treat us good?
This will be the trip of a lifetime. A flight over 10,000 kilometers long, from California to Poland, across the frigid waters of the North Atlantic. And they've never flown together.
Clear, bro!
This first test flight will be a great way to break the ice.
The engine sounds good though so far.
It's very solid.
Anything else, Captain?
Nope. We're good to go. Gotta do that.
I'm gonna need to learn this one.
It's just one of many. One of many.
Okay, all right.
Whoa.
But just minutes into the test flight,
Look at that thing.
That doesn't respond.
the old Cessna is misbehaving.
Oh, it's not working?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
The left aileron trim is not responding.
Well, we tested them on the ground. They did work then.
The aileron trim is a hinged flap on the edge of the wing. It controls the plane's rolling motion. With the left trim stuck, the plane is rolling to the right.
They're coming down.
Okay, so descend.
Bob decides to land. But he fights to control the plane.
Good job.
We're down.
Could just be old. If it can't break, it will.
Back in the hangar, the mechanic discovers serious evidence of neglect.
You know, it could be caused just by the age of the aircraft or just the fact that it's been sitting for so long. We thought we had a safe airplane.
It will take some detective work to figure out why the aileron trim got stuck, and whether this is an isolated incident or a sign of even bigger problems. Either way, this old lady is grounded.
You want me to keep running it?
Yeah.
From the safety angle, this delay is unavoidable. But for Cory's new business, it's a killer.
Every day we delay it, it costs us money with pilot fees and hotels and everything else. And so from a business standpoint, I'm always pushing the pilots.
With the Cessna in the hangar, Cory is pushing hard to make sure his mechanics keep his first delivery job on schedule. The Merlin 3 turboprop.
They're away anything. Be careful when you walk out.
The auxiliary fuel tanks are ready to be installed.
Just hang on.
Flying this tricked-out aircraft is going to take a special kind of pilot. Someone who won't get spooked by a couple of fuel tanks sitting where the passengers are supposed to be. And someone with enough experience to help Cory on the tricky Pacific crossing.
Let's get out of here.
It's a job for Captain Randy McGeehee.
All right, let's get out of here. Okay.
He'll be Cory's partner on this flight.
This flight will be the first time Cory and I have ever flown together. It's not normal to take such a big, difficult flight together as your first flight. Normally you ease into it with a more routine little flight, but we're kind of going for it on this.
Now that Cory's got a real pro on board, the full magnitude of this challenge is kicking in.
At this weight and at these speeds, the airplane's going to be very hard to control. So we don't control the plane, we've got no chance at all.
Most of the added weight is fuel.
And now the tricky part, not to spill.
Smell that Jet A.
And with 2 extra fuel tanks as front row passengers, this plane delivery is definitely not business as usual.
Now, this is the first time I've ever fueled an airplane from the inside.
But just when they're finally ready to go, a heavy fog rolls in.
This is really low. We can't take off like this. Not with the weight that we're at. Not with what we're trying to do today.
I don't want to be stuck here. We need to get this airplane down there. We can almost see the control tower now. You've got different...
Control tower? Control tower's right there. All I see is a bunch of milky white fog. You can't even see the taxiway or the runway.
Cory and Randy haven't even left the ground yet, and already they're in a standoff.
We're overweight. We're not going to have great climb performance. We've got mountains out here. I mean, if things go really bad, we could end up dead. We're going to go when it's clear, and that's when we're going to go. All right, and that's the end of it.
All right. We're not going to do any more of these flights. If it takes us months to get the airplanes to our clients, they're not going to want to buy anything from us, and then we'll end up going bankrupt. We need to get going now.
Cory needed an experienced pilot for this job, and Randy McGeehee fit the bill.
So we need 3,800 pounds aside to fill it up?
But Cory's the boss, and that can mean competing agendas.
When it's outside of the airplane, then Cory's the boss and he's making the decisions. I follow his lead, but when it comes to inside the cockpit, I'm the boss and I'm calling the shots. And we're gonna do what I say we're gonna do.
Clear, departure's clear, clear.
Randy didn't like the look of the weather and delayed the flight's departure. But now that the fog is cleared, they're all set to go.
It's hot out here. We don't have as much wind as in our faces yesterday, but we're gonna take off. An event of an engine failure. We got a nice long runway here, so once I have the airplane under control, you can call tower and let them know. Otherwise, we'll return here for a visual land. Okay, we'll take off.
Just gonna use all the runway we can.
Normally, they'd be in the air by now, but they're halfway down the runway, and the plane isn't lifting off.
100. 115, 120.
The heavy turboprop sucks up 1,200 meters of runway, a lot more than it should.
Plane is just a pig, you know? No, that's not fair. We're just always so overhead. Yeah, we're 15,000 pounds right now.
They should be climbing 4 times faster.
The winds down here are actually less. Our fuel flow is higher because we're so much lower than we thought, but we don't have the performance to climb up there.
At this lower altitude, the denser air puts more drag on the plane, which burns more fuel. They'll need to climb up to where the air is thinner and keep an eye on the fuel gauges if they want to make it all the way to Australia. Back in California, Cory's second delivery is running behind schedule. The aging Cessna still needs a little TLC before she can take off on the transatlantic trip to Poland.
Okay, we're going where Bob is staying.
And co-pilot Yasmina Platt takes advantage of the downtime to prepare for the dangerous journey ahead.
I just want to see the survival equipment that he has. I'm a little worried about the weight and balance on the plane.
The flying time from California to Poland is about 70 hours, going across the continental US and above the icy waters of the North Atlantic Ocean.
Oh my God. You're kidding me. We're taking all this?
There's more. I just don't want to scare you.
There's more?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Bob Rasky flies commercial airliners. But for 25 years, he was a U.S. Air Force instructor pilot, an F-16 flight lead, and a combat search and rescue pilot.
Sure, okay, so like...
He believes in coming prepared.
See what we got here. I want to see like if we can prioritize some of this. Okay, I understand some of the stuff is required, right? Like the rafts and stuff, which we don't even have here, which that's going to take up a lot of weight and space too.
Because if it was single engine over the Atlantic, there were no options, you know?
I think he is a little bit obsessed, but that's what he's trained for, and you got military training, which I didn't, you know? And he's probably been in situations where he might have gotten scared.
We have to take the required items.
Sure.
And that's actually, a lot of these things are required items.
Even a U.S. flag.
Yes, even the U.S. flag, because this can give you motivation out there, give yourself a sense of, I'm gonna live,
Wave it.
I'm gonna make it, you know? Her concern is the airplane gets there on time, meeting a delivery schedule, and that's a very valid concern. My concern is the plane just gets there, period. In the North Atlantic, you know, with 10 to 20-foot seas, I mean, it's gonna be not easy to get that plane stopped straight ahead and just get out. I'm envisioning something hit, and we may even go upside down.
Right.
And that's the training we've gone through.
It's really kind of scaring me.
For Yasmina, the idea of a crash landing in the North Atlantic has just become chillingly real.
Once Bob started talking about, you know, we really need to take this and, you know, we're gonna use this here, it just kind of started making me really very nervous, to be honest with you.
The next morning, Yasmina gives the plane a thorough safety check.
It's very serious. We're losing fuel. And, you know, that's just on the ground, but if we did go up in the air, who knows if we would be losing even more fuel.
A few hours ago, she thought Bob was being overly cautious, but the fuel leak has proved him right.
You see how it's leaking, right? Like through the fuselage?
Uh-huh, yeah.
That one's really weird. And then it goes all the way back, and then it's dripping down here. So really, we have two. So frustrating.
The airplane mechanic takes a look and doesn't like what he sees.
You could have caught fire when you're flying, the engine running. I mean, your exhaust is right here, right next to where it's leaking.
Yeah, fire is the second thing I'm mostly scared of. The combination of fire and ocean would not be good. Yeah. Although, I think I would still put it down, because I think I would still rather go down in the ocean than be burned.
Fixing this new problem means more delays. That's okay with Bob, because with his kind of experience, he's got nothing to prove.
You know, fuel, hot, metal, not a good combo, so we don't play around with that. The plane's not going to move until it's fixed. I'm not under the clock. I don't have any pressure. We want to get plane, us, there safely. #1 goal.
Almost 2,000 kilometers away, off the coast of California, Cory and Randy are fast approaching the halfway point on the first leg of their journey. So, it's time to make a critical decision.
Our fuel burn is higher by 500 to 600 pounds, which is half our reserves. One more strike and we're pretty much out of the game. We're really gonna have to consider turning around.
Ferry pilots call it the point of no return, when there's enough fuel left in the tanks to turn around, but if they go any further, there's no coming back.
This is literally the point. We gotta get it right, for real.
They've burned more fuel than they expected, and the auxiliary fuel tanks don't have gauges, so Cory estimates the amount of fuel they have left by checking the tanks manually.
We're burning more fuel than we expected to burn. We're 8,000 feet less than we thought.
Randy goes through another set of calculations before making his decision.
So yeah, that's 70 more gallons an hour, and we're looking at almost 8 hours. So that leaves us with 300 in the tank. But the winds are gonna die down and we're gonna do better on this. We're gonna make it up. We're good, we're going, we're going.
Randy's taking a calculated risk. But that's what this business is all about. And this time, it pays off. Today, at least, it looks like the Sharks won't be chowing down on Ferry pilots for lunch.
We're gonna make it, man. Nice job, El Capitan.
And now, they're dropping into their first pit stop.
Hawaii, here we come. So we're gonna land with a little over an hour of fuel.
Just a few hours ago, Cory wasn't so sure they were going to make it. Now, he's happy that he put Randy in the driver's seat.
Gear coming down. Got the runway in sight. Slap set. Hydraulic pressures in the green. Prop sync is off. Nicely done. It's a nice landing though, Randy. Holy crap, we made it.
Congratulations.
Right, thank you.
In Hawaii, they get the traditional greeting. But Cory and Randy are on the lookout for the gas man.
I don't care if we got fuel spilling out.
We don't care if you spill a little bit. We're gonna measure, and we wanna get a precise amount of how much fuel he's putting in, both tanks, so we can then subtract how much fuel we burned over the first leg, and so we know exactly how much fuel we burned.
They made the first leg from California to Hawaii with just 1 hour of fuel left in the tanks. Next stop, Pago Pago in American Samoa. And this time, they want to be dead sure they won't run out of fuel before they get there.
Yeah, let's get out of here because I can tell the way the air feels, it's really hot and humid. So as the day progresses, that air's gonna heat up and those thunderstorms are building. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Back in California, mechanics have sunk more than 10 hours into the Cessna. Now they think the old plane is good to go.
Hopefully that's the last thing that's gonna break on this plane.
Yeah, I never want to see this one again.
I'm just trying to get the airplane ready, and so now it's time to go.
That is beautiful.
And if the weather holds up, Bob and Yasmina can finally take off and start clocking some serious flight time.
Heck, crossing the Atlantic is much more exciting. In a small airplane, it's going to give me a whole different perspective of aviation. And along the way, I'll be thinking, how beautiful the scenery is, but also how deadly it could be.
And there are few places in the world so vast, unpredictable, and unforgiving as the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really big for my career. We're probably gonna put about 50 hours on the airplane between the test flights and the flights themselves. To this day, when I see some of these airplanes, it's like, wow.
I went ahead, went out, did the run up and everything, props fixed, fuel straighter's good to go, so you guys are ready?
Thank you.
Take care.
Appreciate
We'll see
it.
you.
Yeah, we're so excited. It's starting to really become true. All right, we're good.
Good to go?
Good to go.
The Cessna lifts off, beginning the first leg of a long journey. Destination, Poland, via the east coast of the United States.
So engine sounds pretty strong, right?
It does, I like it.
It's gonna be like 7 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours of it.
Yeah, so there's the Golden Gate.
Wow, absolutely beautiful day in San Francisco Bay. Now look, if guys can make it from Alcatraz and swim to the shore and survive, then we can make it in the middle of the North Atlantic if we need to.
You want to try it before we go?
Like you would.
399 can take off from center 1.
Oh.
Whoa.
20 minutes out, the old Cessna runs into a patch of rough air.
Whoa. We're getting this turbine. Whoa.
The first sign of trouble ahead.
Whoa.
Any rougher, these winds could do some serious damage.
Okay, your seatbelt on? Good?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Bob decides to climb higher, hoping to escape the danger above the clouds.
Hang on. Okay, going up to 1,000, right?
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Oh. This plane just can't climb, you know? I think after we top this one, we'll get a little better ride.
Overweight and loaded down with fuel, the Cessna struggles to reach clear skies.
Come on, baby. Bring us up there.
This nice old machine. Hang in there.
Cool.
Ah,
There we go.
in the clear, in the clear.
At this altitude, the aircraft is out of the danger zone.
No, whoa, it's clear ahead now. Woo! I like it.
6,000 miles to go, okay?
Yay!
But all it takes is one short moment for everything to change.
Oh, what's that, man? Okay, I got the airplane.
Oh my God.
As soon as they reach their cruising altitude, a heavy stream of fuel starts flowing out of the right wing.
Hey, Center, this is 2192 Quebec. Go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna need to divert to Santa Barbara or the nearest airport right now.
Is this an emergency?
Yeah, we have, looks like a leaking fuel tank,
112 Quebec, unable forward, your soul's on board.
2, souls on board.
12 Quebec, roger that. Heading is going to take you to the south end for the airport.
The leak, it's still running. I wish there was a way that we could stop it from coming in.
The closest airport is in Santa Barbara, 10 minutes away.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about electrical fire.
Absolutely.
That would just not be good at all.
Fire in the air, a pilot's worst fear. And with fuel pouring out of the Cessna's tank, all it'll take is one spark to turn the cabin into a fireball.
It's really, like, pretty bad.
Okay, so it is leaking pretty good back there, okay?
Yeah.
Bob and Yasmina have to get their wheels on the ground before they're blown out of the sky.
Okay, I got us going towards Santa Barbara right now.
All right, and I have Santa Barbara on the GPS as well, so we can just, use that.
Okay.
You got the airplane right?
Out of the airplane, we're heading towards Santa Barbara.
They're aiming for an emergency landing.
So you know, since you are leaking fuel, we are going to roll the equipment for you.
Okay, keep bringing me in. Wow, it's coming to the door. Okay, so what's the distance to Santa Barbara right now?
20 miles.
Will you be able to make the descent from your present position?
We can.
On the ground, emergency response units rush to the airstrip, preparing for the worst. They're on the ground, but still not out of danger. Bob unscrews the fuel cap to release pressure and explosive fumes from the tank. As the emergency crew takes over, Yasmina finally allows herself to think about how close they came to total disaster.
This could have been really bad. We could have had an electrical fire in in a second. And imagine on top of that, it would have happened over the water. Now we're really screwed. Now we have an engine on fire, and the only place we can go is the water. That's all that you're thinking, really.
Halfway across the Pacific Ocean, just south of the equator, Cory and Randy are flying straight into a dangerous roller coaster ride with a very scary name, the Intertropical Convergence Zone.
This is really dangerous. Turbulence down here is extreme. There are like little bombs going off everywhere.
It's like a deadly beltway that circles the globe, where warm sea temperatures lower the surface air pressure and create a massive, violent mixture of wind surges, clouds, and rainfall.
So we're either gonna have to punch through, or we're gonna have to divert a couple 100 miles, and I don't think we got the fuel for that. Holy crap! Feel that?
Well, we get severe turbulence, especially with how heavy we are. The wing can be damaged. I'm gonna slow it down here.
Okay.
Randy cuts back on the throttle and reduces their speed, but the wind resistance will cost them fuel.
In case we run into any really bad bumps, we won't break our airplane.
They've traveled more than 6,000 kilometers since leaving Hawaii, and after a quick refuel in American Samoa, they're nearing their next pit stop in New Caledonia. So Cory tries to contact the small island's airport.
Damn it. Why is this thing not working?
But the signal goes dead.
There's no one out there. Freaking hey, man.
His last option is the satellite phone.
You're not gonna believe this. The runway's closed. Our runway at New Caledonia is closed? Are you messing with me? No, I'm not. She said that the runway's closed and it's not gonna be open until at least 0530. You're serious? Yeah, I'm dead serious. All right, I can't believe this.
It's starting to look like Cory and Randy are flying on borrowed time. On the other side of the Pacific Ocean, back in California, the tired old Cessna with a leaky fuel tank is going in for yet another checkup.
You can bring it over this way a little more.
The leak forced Bob and Yasmina to make an emergency landing, but it could just as easily have blown them out of the sky.
You see right where the nipple goes into it? See at the base? Right at
The plane's two main fuel tanks are made of thick rubber and mounted inside each wing.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, the whole nipple is cracked off. You can really see it now. Here, it's supposed to be behind the strut, which would be a negative pressure area.
That probably means the bladder is deteriorated inside, too, as well.
The tank probably hadn't been kept full, so the tank is made out of rubber and it dries out.
An old mothballed airplane coming out of storage can become a lethal booby trap for even the best of pilots.
If it had happened over the Atlantic Ocean, it would have been ugly, because there's no place to land there.
Our first impression of her, let's put it that way, is not very good. She just needs to treat us a little better. At this point, we're kind of low, you know, on energy and on confidence.
Across the Pacific Ocean, above New Caledonia, pilots Randy McGeehee and Cory Benson are circling above a small airport.
There's our island right there, huh? Runway is closed.
They have no choice but to stay in the air and keep burning precious fuel.
Close the runway in the middle of the ocean where we have no other options for maintenance. It didn't tell us until now. I don't want to sit out here and hold for an hour and find out that they're not going to open it.
Randy and Cory have no idea why the landing strip is closed. If there's a problem with the runway, ground control is not saying.
Really puts a lot of stress on us. I mean, with this runway down, we have to divert. All of a sudden, fuel, where we're sitting nice and fat with it, all of a sudden it becomes a major issue.
So Randy radios in a request.
We'd like to descend for landing, 300 Alpha Lima.
So, what are your intentions?
We'd like to descend for landing, 300 Alpha Lima.
Now runway is open. Call me back on the right-hand downwind, 11.
Only moments after denying permission to land, the New Caledonia flight tower opens the runway. Crisis averted.
Thanks for putting me in the middle of nowhere, buddy.
An ocean away on the west coast of the United States.
That's what it should look like.
That's what it should look like.
Mike the mechanic is showing off a brand new fuel bladder to Bob and Yasmina.
That would be what I would call an accident waiting to happen. It's lucky that you had 150 gallons on board.
The new fuel tank can be installed in less than a day. But now the pilots are wondering if the old plane is hiding any more dangerous secrets.
You know, once we start going over the ocean, we can't have these issues. If we had that going on yesterday, we would have been on the water.
You know, from our perspective there, I'm starting to feel a little bit like on a train that's losing parts along the way. So the bottom line is if we don't like the direction the airplane goes here in the next day or so, then we say no, period.
Bob gets in touch with the boss.
Hey, we're down here at Santa Barbara, and
He's hoping he can convince Cory to pay for another complete inspection.
you know, this is hitting the third strike here, so we're not moving further till it's totally exonerated and checked.
Now, I'm glad you guys are okay, and I'm glad you guys got the plane on the ground safely, but we need to get it back in the air. The company needs it in Poland as soon as possible.
Personally, I'm not comfortable moving forward with this airplane until it's thoroughly checked by an independent source again.
We're hired to move the airplane. We're not hired to do additional inspections. This aircraft has already had 2 previous inspections and deem it safe, so I don't know why we're doing additional inspections and wasting more time when we've got the skydive company in Poland super frustrated wanting their plane right now.
Cory's time is Cory's money, and he knows that if a good mechanic looks hard enough, he can always find something to fix.
We're surrounded by this concept of go, go, go. Time is something I can control just by saying yes or no. And by saying no, it gives me the time to make sure that everything's right. And it's about being right.
But Cory's not all business. He's also a pilot. So he finally chooses to listen to his better instinct and agrees to the additional round of inspections.
Because this is our last good check, you know, and you guys have been all over it, so. Yep, no problem.
And if it costs Cory,
good.
At least it keeps Bob happy.
I was a mechanic in the military, and they're gonna feel that pressure from me all the way until we go, because we are not departing unless I feel happy that the airplane's good to go and ready.
Over 10,000 kilometers away, Cory can now shift his attention back to his own delivery.
Yeah, it was a little stressful in many parts of the flight, but be ready for a cocktail tonight.
The corporate turboprop is now only 1,000 kilometers from its final destination, Sydney, Australia.
This is it, man. Going into Sydney here. I'm a little tired right now, but I can't wait to do it again. Holy crap, that's not good. That light means we have 10 minutes left of fuel. Holy jeez.
The warning light indicates that the transfer fuel pump is malfunctioning and their auxiliary fuel is not getting to the left engine.
I don't want to be freaking swimming in the ocean, dude.
They have 10 minutes of fuel left in that engine. When it runs dry, the engine will fail.
We're expecting the left side, that's going to be this switch. The fuel shut-off switch, we're going to close. Hydraulic shut-off switch, close.
With one engine down, the plane will lose altitude, and Randy will have to ditch in a controlled crash landing on the water.
Right now, at any time if it's going to go. It's been 10 minutes. Okay, fuel pressure steady. Fuel flow steady. All indications are normal right now. Feel that?
The low vibration reverberates through the plane. It sounds like they just lost the left engine.
Oh, maybe we still show we have fuel. That's something. That thing scared the crap out of me. Come on, baby.
The minutes pass. The engines continue to fire. The problem seems to be a faulty warning light.
Thank God. It's the longest 10 minutes of my life. Yeah. I think we're out of the danger zone, so let's just keep going ahead here, okay? Okay, awesome.
Back in the United States, a leaky fuel tank has been replaced. And now Bob and Yasmina think they might be able to coax the old plane into taking off and heading out for the long haul across the ocean.
So Mike and Kim, would you take this airplane to Poland now when it leaves the hangar?
Sure. The two pilots have been trying to put California in their rearview mirror for over a week now.
it's good to catch all these things before we go, because my confidence goes better now.
And I'll tell you, once we make it to Midland with no issues, then I'll feel even better.
Well, we still got 3,000 miles to go. It's a long way.
Another issue than this next leg, that's probably it for me.
But it looks like today might be the day. The mechanics have signed off on the plane, and the pilots are ready to take the aging Cessna across the continental U.S. with 2 pit stops, one in Texas and the other in Tennessee. By nightfall, they should be in Rhode Island.
I'm just to the point that it's like I value my life more than one trip, so we'll see what happens, but hopefully, we don't have any more issues with it.
On the other side of the Pacific Ocean.
We're over land, holy!
Cory and Randy have made it to the finish line of their 12,500-kilometer journey to Sydney, Australia.
Thank God.
The Merlin 3 corporate turboprop will be Cory's first international delivery.
Nicely done.
Woohoo! Cory knows he couldn't have done it without Randy.
People can say whatever they want about it. I mean, you and I did it. We brought this thing across an ocean. Fuel problems, airplane problems, weather problems, with just little teeny postage stamps of land in between. A plane that's not made to do that. And we did it, What a trip.
I feel great. I got goosebumps right now. It's a fun trip, great trip, good to be here. It was an adventure of a lifetime.
Minutes after touchdown, Cory gets ready to meet a happy customer. And for the first time since he took off, he's starting to feel confident that his new business is going to fly.
Very excited to see this airplane. I can't wait to see his face. He's going to be very happy with it.
This airplane, all in all, is a very nice aircraft.
Wow!
I think it exceeds all of his expectations.
Thanks so much. It's gonna sit on my desk. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Hope it was worth the wait there,
I thought it was just gonna be, sit up there and set the autopilot and read a magazine, hang out, and that definitely was not the case. This trip is probably one of the most dangerous trips you can do.
Back up north, Bob and Yasmina have made it to Rhode Island.
We are here. It's nice to
Good job.
touch ground.
Very good, very good, very good. Here.
Yeah, it was good flight.
You did very nice.
And she did as well.
So how you feeling about the plane, man?
A lot better.
But their confidence will be short-lived.
I'll show you the filter over here. This is all, it's some steel, but most of it's aluminum. There's too much in here.
During post-flight maintenance, mechanics discovered the biggest problem yet.
Oh my God. I've never seen this much. So where could it be coming from?
Well, this steel could be from the cam followers, a part of the cam.
Bob asked the mechanic to perform an oil change, and he discovered metal filings in the engine.
Okay, because that's where the steel component is, right? So would you feel comfortable flying this across the North Atlantic right now?
Absolutely not.
So what do you recommend?
The engine needs to be taken apart, or another engine, period. If I was doing an annual on this would be unairworthy, period. Okay.
Wow.
It's unairworthy.
Next time on Dangerous Flights.
That's not how it works.
We cannot authorize work on someone else's airplane.
The tired old Cessna becomes too high maintenance, and her pilots threaten to walk.
It might be time to hand it off to somebody else.
And a new delivery job is heading straight into the path of a monster hurricane.
Oh my God, lightning strike.
It's aviation's final frontier. Cowboy pilots who deliver small, used aircraft.
Why is this thing not working?
Freaking A, man.
Across distances they were never meant to fly.
The most extreme type of flying you can do.
Slow down.
Every plane I fly in, I expect is trying to kill me.
It's not a job for everyone.
Heading home.
But there's always someone daring enough to take it on.
Dude, my stomach's turning a little bit.
What was that?
And live to fly another day.
This has been a delivery from hell.
Minimums. Too low. Terrain.
This is my last stop. I'm done.
Kerry McCauley is where no ferry flyer wants to be. Grounded in Brazil. With the clock ticking, waiting on his co-pilot.
I'm gonna be meeting Cory for the first time this morning. He's supposed to be down here at 5:30 so we can get a good and early start, but so far, no Cory.
Kerry's flown almost 2/3 of this trip with another pilot.
I would like to ditch in front of a cruise ship because we'd be in the hot tub with a margarita within the hour.
Where do I shut off the gas?
But that pilot had to bail because of a schedule conflict.
I'm done. This is the end of the line.
And for Kerry, the only thing worse is finding out the replacement is a guy he's never even met, his boss.
You're gonna come all the way down here to take my spot?
Done tons of trips like these all by myself. Far more dangerous, far more difficult. To have someone come down here to help me just drives me nuts. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Speak Cory. How we doing? Pretty good, pretty good.
As company owner, Cory Benson's priority is keeping customers on side by delivering on time. And Kerry's already one step ahead.
The airport closes at 8, from 8 to noon. We're either out here by 8, and we're staying. Let's go around the hill on that side.
This flight is Cory's chance to crack Brazil, one of the fastest growing small plane markets in the world.
I know Kerry wanted to do this by himself, but the first flight into a new country is so important for us. If they're happy, they may tell a couple people. If they're pissed off, they're gonna tell the world.
And Cory's client expects the plane at his Brazilian ranch in less than 48 hours.
I'm gonna go check weather and file a flight plan. If you wanna get her untied, either go in the office right there or talk to the guy with the truck.
Kerry and Cory are still finding their feet as a team, and it's costing them precious time.
Oh, we gotta pay the landing fees too, so yeah.
A scheduled airport closure leaves them less than an hour to get off the ground.
If we don't get out of here by 8 o'clock, we're stuck till probably tomorrow, because by noon, we won't have enough time to finish the legs we need to get done today.
Today's plan is ambitious. Log more than 1,800 kilometers over dense Brazilian jungle, where landing strips are scarce, if it all goes bad.
All right, we're all set.
It's a 10-hour day that puts them down just before sunset, but only if they're wheels up within minutes.
We got 30 minutes to get off the ground.
All right, let's get this moment.
The plane they're delivering is a Beechcraft Bonanza. Kerry's brought it almost 5,000 kilometers with no mechanical problems.
No.
Until now.
We do not have time to dink around with this. What the hell? We got no power for the plane. Well, if we can't get this started in a couple of minutes, it means we're staying here for a while.
Do you want me to go see if the fuel truck has a jumper?
Cory and Kerry now have 15 minutes before the runway closes. No time to install a new battery.
Why would I have a totally dead battery?
Here he is. We need to get jumped and get out of here. Can you jump us? We're having a really difficult time communicating. I'm not sure if they know what we need, but we have less than 10 minutes to get the airplane jumped and off the ground. He has no idea what I'm trying to say. Battery dead. We need to plug in.
Yeah. You got that?
Okay.
We gotta hurry, though.
They're closing the runway. Time we got.
We really do only have a few minutes.
Emergency troubleshooting goes with the territory. But it's easier if you know the guy you're in deep with.
Come on!
Cory's usual go-to guy is a veteran pilot, Randy McGeehee.
That light means we have 10 minutes left of fuel. Holy.
Together, Cory and Randy have been through hell.
What was that?
And high water. But right now, Randy's on another mission in Canada's far north. He's here trying out for the Ferry flight of a lifetime.
Dave?
Sir.
Hey, Randy McGeehee.
Randy, nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
The United Nations needs this plane in Africa to help save lives in South Sudan, the world's newest country. And the twin-engine Dornier is perfect for the job. It carries twice the cargo of other turboprops and can nail a short runway, paved or not. Ideal for the rough and tumble world of UN relief missions.
You can land this thing fully loaded in 500 feet, so you can get her stopped pretty quick.
Wow.
If you come in slow.
That's impressive.
Randy's at the bottom of a steep learning curve.
I haven't seen anything like that.
He's never flown a Dornier, and he's got just 2 days to learn. And even though he's racked up an impressive 10,000 plus hours of flying time, the Dornier will force him to up his game.
When I learned he was an airline pilot, I had concerns. Randy flies a 767. I mean, that's a big jet. But if you even talk to Randy, how much does he actually fly the aircraft? Well, not really. You push a button and it sort of does its magic, right? To jump into something like this now, where you're actually hands and feet back to old school, what you used to do, if you haven't done it for a long time, anyone's gonna get rusty.
Aircraft flight manual here. Your standing operating procedures. The company operations manual is there.
Looks pretty bad, man.
It is a lot of info.
That's a lot of reading.
There is, but you're an airline pilot, man. You can figure it out.
It's like a fire hose in the mouth. It's a lot of information, and you got to take it in as quickly as you can get it.
We'll give Randy as much assistance as we can, but he's going to have to pick up the ball and run with it himself. We've got 9 other airplanes I'm worrying about all over the world. So the Africa guys are all done for the day?
Done for the day.
Yeah, I'm feeling the pressure on everything I got to learn. It's a lot, and it's a big responsibility.
It's a big step up for the Dornier, too. Its latest posting was hauling passengers and cargo around Canada's north. But for its new war zone tour of duty, the Dornier got a nose-to-tail upgrade. UN branding, the latest in navigation systems, and a brand new coat of armor.
The main gear's got clamshell doors that clip up and seal it right in. We have a Kevlar coating on the belly, so this is bulletproof, basically. So we got all our markings on it, United Nations under this wing and on the top of the left wing. They're very specific on where they want them. There's also a UN under the belly that hopefully means don't shoot.
I wonder if that gives us much protection at all, though.
I guess for those who can read and don't have a problem with the UN.
The last part of this trip, we're going into a really unstable part of the world. There's a lot of areas that we want to avoid overflying and definitely don't want to land in.
This is your basic layout. We got our normal checklist here.
All right, so where's the autopilot at?
We don't have autopilot, so.
There's no autopilot on this plane? So we're gonna hand fly this thing like 9,000 miles. I didn't know that. On top of having to learn all the emergency procedures, normal procedures, and everything else, now I've got to be reverting back to my old flying and having to concentrate on just flying the airplane. I don't think I've flown a plane like this without an autopilot or flight director since 10, 15 years ago.
It's just a different style of flying. This is all hands and feet, so you do get lazy. I mean, I flew for the airlines, and yeah, you lose your hands and feet flying. And here, it's all we do. We don't have autopilots, so we're landing on some, sometimes a 1,500-foot ice strip. So you're really flying the bus. The old saying, you can make, hundreds of errors, but you just can't make any mistakes. Now, if he can't do the job, then he's not going. It's as simple as that.
For Ferry pilot Randy McGehee, it's all or nothing. His rare shot at delivering a United Nations plane to Africa all comes down to these next few minutes.
Company 207.
207, this company, go ahead.
Maxing out for a training flight with Randy.
Merlin, your brakes, your control.
Out of the airplane.
Randy's never flown a Dornier.
Let's do it.
How this airplane lands and flies will be just a little different. You want to have that finesse and good hands, but it's not always that easy.
Power set. Airspeed's alive both sides. You have 2 good engines.
To ace this test, Randy has to respond to every tilt and roll of the plane. It's all about having the perfect touch.
All right, man, it's your plane. Just bank around, get used to it, have some fun.
That rolls quick. I'm actually not used to that. That's cool.
Yeah, very responsive, isn't it? It's like a Ferrari.
I was expecting it to be a little more stable, to be honest.
This ain't no bone.
The Dornier is old school flying. All hands and feet, no autopilot. Randy puts the Dornier through its paces, turns, climbs, and some of the scarier stuff.
You want to run a stall or something, or
just call stall max power?
Stall max power?
We're set.
Climbing right out of it pretty good.
Yeah, you don't need to pitch for it at all. It'll just power right through it. Let's go. Way overpowered, this airplane's off.
All right, sweet.
Well, for no autopilot, you're doing pretty good, man.
No V-bar, we're talking about no flight directors. I'm actually going to have to start flying again.
Not having any issues with this thing. For all the airline pilots, though, he's terrible. He's terrible.
I was expecting him to be rusty, especially on his altitude control. And he was nailing his altitude, even in a steep turn. I'm looking, and he's got it just on the rails going around the corner.
Randy's hand flying is impressive. But the most challenging part is just ahead. The Dornier was built for balance. Heavy cargo in the rear, and passenger bags in the specially designed nose. Putting that nose down gently takes a skillful hand.
The nose is going to want to drop out on you. So you got to really catch it, okay? Don't let it just go bang. Just feel it. The nose will come down, let it just sort of drop by itself, and then just check it back hard.
All right, I'll try, man.
And use as much as you want so you can figure out where those wheels are.
All right.
Ref plus 15, looking good. I'm looking sweet. Very nice, sir. That was outstanding, brother.
Thanks, man. I was working for it, though. I gotta say, I was working for it.
Randy's earned his seat on the Dornier. But more than 8,000 kilometers south, Randy's colleague, Cory Benson, is still stuck on the ground.
Anyone else we should talk to, do you think?
Cory and senior pilot Kerry McCauley have one dead battery and a runway about to close. Others scramble to beat the deadline. Cory and Kerry's chances of getting a jump start for their Beechcraft Bonanza are slipping away.
I don't know, I think they're broke down too. Oh, maybe he's gonna pull the battery?
Yeah, I think this is too close.
Somehow, despite a serious language barrier, the locals have figured out the foreigners need a boost.
Oh, we're just gonna swap them? Or no? Okay, I see.
They've pulled a working battery to jolt the Bonanza out of its coma.
Good.
Oh man, talk about cutting it close. Jeez. Because it is 8 o'clock right now. We're
A good co-pilot is like a relief pitcher, always ready to take over the game.
Gary, with this being the first time that we've flown together, what do you want me doing? How do you want the cockpit etiquette to work out?
You know, I do have quite a bit more experience. I guess, you know, I'd like to be the captain, but I always work as a team.
And Carey needs to know what kind of a teammate Cory's gonna be.
Within the first minute, we got to get it figured out. We don't have time to get to know each other and time to figure out how each other flies.
You really never know what another pilot's going to be like till you fly with them. I need a guy that's going to, keep his cool and be good in an emergency.
A good way to find out what your co-pilot's made of is to see how he handles an unexpected adrenaline rush, like buzzing the Amazon at treetop level.
Okay, let's drop her down here a little bit and do a little yeehaw. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. Too much fun. This is awesome. Oh man, I love this stuff. Who gets to do this? Who gets to buzz the Amazon first thing in the morning?
So I think he just wanted to make sure that I'm not going to be some wimp pilot, because this is definitely not the job for a wimpy pilot.
He passed with flying colors. He was digging it. We were having a ball. A couple of kids in a candy store was what we were.
Oh, this is fun. All right, let's get back to work. We got places to go. Good that you came down to help out, though.
I'm so happy I'm here. This is awesome.
In this tiny airborne clubhouse, Cory's passed the initiation. Far north of the equator, in Canada's Northwest Territories, Randy McGee's also made the cut.
We're ready to hit the skies. I can't wait to get airborne,
The veteran pilot has mastered the Dornier systems, earning a place in the cockpit on a demanding United Nations flight.
The pressure's on us. We gotta get the plane over there.
It's a risky trip. From the far north, they'll cross the rough North Atlantic, then over continental Europe into the heart of Africa. More than 12,500 kilometers.
One spare of everything.
Randy's used to being called Captain, but on this flight, he'll answer to Dave Matheson.
Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
7202, clear takeoff runway 10.
Clear takeoff 10, 7202. All right, brother, you have control. Is that max power?
For max power on route altitude, is that correct?
Airspeed line, both sides. We got 2 good engines. Goodbye, Yelnat.
I love this machine, man.
First position director Caledonia, maintain 9,000 control from the 202.
The first leg stretches nearly 2,300 kilometers to the remote northern community of Iqaluit.
Well, we're not Kansas anymore, man. There is nothing around here but tundra and water.
We're 15 miles. I've got some type of light ahead, but that could be anything right now.
Got it? Yeah, it's a town. It's kind of blurry, still some clag in the way. I don't even worry about it, though. I just flies in numbers.
Caledonia radio, good evening.
They're putting down for the night to refuel the plane and themselves.
Right, warm for a Iqaluit this time of year, huh?
Warm is minus 20. To avoid a mammoth de-icing job, the plane must be towed indoors. Delivering planes is the ultimate in no-frills flying, where you're not just the pilot, you're also the ground crew.
It's just a pain in the ass because it's freezing out there. You're tired from the flight. You know you have an early morning, and we're having to do our own work.
The joys of Arctic travel.
What little sleep they get here, they'll need. In front of them is a 10,000-kilometer marathon, with the finish line in a combat zone. By the next day, sleep is a distant memory. It's been long hours of jockeying this United Nations Dornier on its trip to Africa.
Hey, I want to see Greenland here. It looks cool, or at least...
Yeah, if it's not clouded over, it is nice.
Now at the 1/4 mark, they're approaching Greenland.
Yeah, once we cross these rocks, that glacier, and then it's hitting the bay there, that'd be cool.
Randy sees a photo op. But after hours of butt-numbing boredom,
Iceberg coming up with a hole right through the middle of it.
Dave sees a slalom course.
Minimums.
It's just for fun. Still, skimming this ice field requires absolute precision.
Too low, terrain.
Here, the nimble Dornier shows what it's made of. Quick and responsive. So is Dave, who honed skills like this competing in aerobatics.
The most fun I can do in an airplane really is aerobatics. That's a real test. You know, it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of practice, a lot of training.
Dave has great hands. He can manipulate that airplane and make it do whatever he wants. I have a lot of respect for that.
With the icebergs in their rear view, it's back to the business of rationing fuel for the long trip ahead.
Are we there yet?
It's gonna be a long trip for you, my friend.
Yeah, big time.
In the lower latitudes, above Brazil, Cory Benson is learning that the co in co-pilot is short for cooperate.
Usually it's helpful that, one of us is doing the navigating, so, if you want to looking up frequencies and stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha. Generally, when we're on our other ferry flights, we switch back and forth, but he definitely likes to be the captain. He's in the left seat, and that's the way it is.
They push into the heart of Brazil, and at the end of 1,800 kilometers, the Beechcraft Bonanza is ready for a fuel up.
You want to do this one?
Carey likes to drive, but in an emergency, he might have to hand over the reins.
Sure.
Which is why he needs to see Cory in action.
As I recall, that's the runway that you come over a hill and a road and a fence. And as you touch down, the whole runway is downhill. So it's kind of tough to land on. You need to have your speed under control. You don't want to be going any faster than 75, 8 the max.
This is Cory's chance to show Carey that he's more than just a passenger.
Go down your traffic, Bonanza 5603 Mike. Turning left downwind 13, go ahead. Like it's a quartering tailwind from the left. A little high. Dump full flaps.
With a tailwind and a sloping runway, Cory needs to keep a lid on his speed.
Okay, gas, 3 green undercarriage, make sure props pumps, you're really fast. You're 90, 95.
Cory's coming in too hot and too high.
Watch your speed.
At this speed and altitude, he'll overshoot the runway.
Okay, let's hang a hard right.
Carey calls off the landing.
So you're thinking it's best to come in the other way?
Yeah, upwind's best, but we gotta be on the numbers and stuff. Okay, let's get some power back though. We're doing 110 now. Here, you got it. All right, slow her up. Here we're doing 100. It's gonna be a right crosswind. Looking better this time, doing 90, but you're more on the glide path here.
Cory's got the situation under control, but Carey's still riding him.
Get out, watch your speed. 85, 80, 75, 70. Tap your nose.
At the last second, Carey cuts the power and takes control of the plane.
Flaps coming up. I got the brakes. I have the plane. Nicely done. You got the door.
Unless it's life or death, seizing control from another pilot is bad form.
Yeah, sorry about that power thing. I shouldn't have done that. That's all right. I got a little carried away.
Airspeed was fine, everything was fine, and he went and just chopped the throttle. reach over and take controls unless there's a danger, which there definitely wasn't any dangers.
I kind of screwed up his landing by cutting his power a little bit. But, you know, flying from the right seat is tough. This runway's got a big hill on it, and yeah, it was no big deal.
Cory may be Carey's boss, but in the cockpit, the guy with the most experience is top dog, period.
Why is the power still on? Yeah, let's get out to the battery quick. So
This morning, the plane needed a jump start. Now, a reverse problem. They can't power down.
battery will drain in no time.
It's like pulling the keys from your car ignition to find the radio still on.
You want to hand me my knife?
Carey suspects a critical electrical wire is somehow stuck.
Oh, did that do it? Something went.
Because I turned on the master and then I turned it off, but everything's still lit up.
Try it again. Everything's still lit up, huh? Well, that's not good. Beats the hell out of me.
Handing over damaged goods is bad for business, especially when you're trying to break into a hot new market like Brazil.
The first thing that's going to go through the new owner's mind is it something that our pilots or that we did? And we definitely don't want that.
It's a new one on me.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
There's not much time to solve this mystery. The owner wants his plane in less than 24 hours. Now, in Egypt, Randy and Dave are facing trouble of their own.
Morning, dude.
Super Dave.
How's it going, bro?
Good, man.
How'd you sleep?
Really great, actually. How about you?
I've been up since 1, crunching numbers.
In 4 days, they've come 9,700 kilometers. But it's the last 3,000 that they're really worried about. Flying over war-ravaged South Sudan.
Flight planners have us taking 6 hours and 37 minutes. And we have 7 hours of fuel. 23 minutes reserve, which is not enough.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Even with a full tank, their assigned flight plan from Egypt to South Sudan leaves them barely enough gas to finish the trip. Pilots call it fuel critical.
So if we get any kind of a headwind, basically we won't make it. So I've been racking my brain all night, trying to figure out how to make it work. If we can get any kind of a tailwind, it'll increase it to probably about 40 to 45 minutes of fuel, which is perfect. But a headwind, we won't make it.
What other options do we have?
I checked, didn't even land the cartoon. It's not an option. They said don't bother. It takes 48 hours to get permission, and it's sketchy.
Yeah, it's not my first option. We don't have any other place to go, though, huh?
There's no friendly place to land between here and there. It's almost 1,200 miles. And when we start up, we need an immediate taxi and also an immediate turn on course.
Yep.
Otherwise, they could vector us out 100 miles before they get us on course. We don't have them. So hopefully they play ball.
From the moment they switch on their engines, they're eating into their already slim fuel reserve.
All right, man, fuel's critical. We need to take off as soon as possible.
Roger. Summit 202 requesting position. We're ready to take off.
But the guy in the control tower has other ideas.
Negative.
Damn it.
Meanwhile, it's early morning in Brazil, and Cory Benson and Carey McCauley are troubleshooting. Hours later, they're no further ahead.
Here's the starter.
Make sure not to burn this battery down.
Their plane is sucking power, and not even the mechanic knows why.
I'm hearing the clunk, so something's working. Something's happening.
But it's not happening fast enough. Right now, the only way to turn off the power to the plane is to pull the plug on the battery.
It ain't perfect. Definitely unhooking the battery every time you shut the plane off is not an ideal situation, but...
Especially delivering it to the new owner and have to get out and disconnect the battery.
That's gonna kill me if I gotta say, it's got one little quirk. You gotta disconnect the battery every time you shut the plane off.
It's a safety feature, though.
Safety. It's an anti-theft device.
Yeah.
The plane's owner is expecting delivery in just a couple of hours.
I'm gonna call the owner real quick, just give him an update. Just gonna send the owner an email. I tried to call him on his numbers and couldn't get through. I think he's a little anxious to get his airplane.
Delivering a temperamental plane is better than no plane at all. Cory decides to push on right after a quick refuel.
Huh, it turned off.
Master switch, when they turned it off, all the power went off, so everything's cold, huh?
Yeah. Cool. We fixed it. You gotta love it when a plan comes together.
When something breaks and then it fixes itself. For me, that's the scariest part because you never know when it's gonna break again, but it is gonna break again. And it's generally at the very worst place when it stops working again.
This is looking really good. We got guys giving us gas. The master switch is working again. We got a beautiful day and only 2 hours left to go. We're golden, baby. We're not even gonna be late. That's like the first time.
Hey, Carrie, we're not in the air yet.
Huh?
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. That's true. We are out of here.
In Egypt, Randy McGeehee and Dave Matheson are wasting fuel, desperate to get off the ground.
Air uniform 202, line up via Charlie, runway 17. Accept?
Sure.
Accept, sir?
Yeah, accepted.
They're sent to the far side of the airport to await permission to take off. Another gas-guzzling delay.
We're trying to take off and get out of here quick, and he's not helping us.
Their flight plan leaves them only 23 minutes of reserve fuel. Every second on the ground will cost them in the air.
Air uniform 202. Clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, finish up 212 from Alpha Sierra November, VOR, summit 202.
All right, buddy, you ready, hotshot?
All set, let's get going.
Finally, they get clearance to take off.
Air uniform 202, airborne time 18. Have a nice day.
Their plane, a Dornier, is a strong climber. But in the desert, the air temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. The plane's engines are having to work harder, burning through the gas.
So hot, man. Our performance is, we're getting killed.
Worse, the guys in the control tower have assigned them a flight plan that looks more like a cow trail. Dave radios air traffic control, asking for a more direct route to save on fuel.
Sure, summit 202. Is there any chance you could approve us direct Golf, Oscar, Papa, Delta, Alpha? Just because we're fuel critical on this leg, sir, and it would help us out a lot. Be nice to us, buddy.
Please, after contact with Sky Radar, you can take this clearance, Sierra from 202.
It's bad news.
Yeah, by the time we get to 110, it won't matter. We're fuel critical.
Air traffic control has ordered them to climb to 11,000 feet, contact another control tower, and try again.
Fucking hell, man. Friggin' 100 miles in the wrong direction is not gonna help. It's 45 degrees off our track.
It's nice when you're sitting on the ground, air conditioning, and you're not up here worrying about running out of fuel, you know?
30 minutes later, they're in airspace controlled by another tower.
Skyroad, good morning. Sierra Uniform 202, 110. Request present position direct. Golf, Oscar, Papa, Delta, Alpha. Fuel critical.
I can't give you permission to overfly direct to this point. All I can do with you is to proceed direct to bar. November Uniform Bravo Alpha Romeo.
That's straight in the frickin' line.
Translation, request denied. Again.
That's why he won't turn us. I mean, he probably can't even work with Sudan airspace, you know?
Randy and Dave will get one last shot at shaving time off this trip, but not until the halfway point. And with just 23 minutes of spare fuel to begin with, halfway could come too late. In the skies above Brazil, This Beechcraft Bonanza is trouble-free after some earlier power problems. It's a lot more mellow in the cockpit as well.
What the hell is that?
Cory, meet Hula Girl. Hula Girl was with me on all my ferry trips when I was a young lad. And she's kind of like my good luck charm, so I always bring her with on all my trips. Unfortunately,
You break her leg one day?
Oh, Hula Girl had an accident.
Pretty interesting there, buddy.
Yeah, well, we've all got our quirks. You gotta have somebody to talk to on the long flights.
Oh, that is funny.
Cory prefers flying solo, and he's been adjusting to a co-pilot who's also the boss. But after tens of thousands of kilometers with Hula Girl, Cory's beginning to appreciate the live audience.
Have you had any emergencies, Cory?
Well, yeah. Lost an engine in a 182 hauling jumpers. Lost an engine in a Queener hauling jumpers. Lost my alternator at night over the Sahara, ferry flying. Was lost over the jungle in the middle of Africa, ferry flying. Lost my ferry tank fuel pressure system in the middle of the Atlantic at night while ferry flying. Yeah,
So
I've had some emergencies.
You've had a couple. Wow.
You should read my book.
Do you really have a book?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Oh, this is gonna be like a whole new chapter now.
Oh, I know. I can't decide if I'm going to add this to it or have it a second book, you know?
Oh my God.
It's like, my life doesn't stop. I can't finish the damn book. Just keep it.
After more than 8,700 kilometers over stormy seas and dense jungle, the Bonanza is now within sight of the new owner's ranch.
All right, how's my mixture is good. Gas is good.
All eyes will be on them. The landing needs to be perfect. But the runway is far from it.
That's definitely not a international airport runway. Gonna be a little challenging.
Yeah, remember here, Cory, no pressure, but the owner's watching you.
Ah. Well, good. At least I got that going for me. No pressure and all.
Above the African desert, landing is the last thing Randy and Dave want to do right now.
We're fuel critical on this leg to make Juba. Is there any possibility we could get direct?
They alert air traffic control as they approach Sudan. It's a war zone. Putting down here could get them kidnapped, or worse.
We just did 1 hour. We burned 656 pounds. I'll get back to that in a second.
Short on gas, Randy and Dave have been asking for a more direct flight path. Twice denied, they have one last chance.
Sir, no copy from Khartoum at all. Could you relay?
They can't raise air traffic control on the radio.
Awesome, we're in hostile airspace and we can't talk to anybody.
After several attempts, finally, they make contact.
Sierra Uniform 202, radar contact. Would you say again your request?
And sir, from Sierra Uniform 202, any chance for direct Romeo Alpha Bravo Alpha Kilo? We are fuel critical. I say again, we will be fuel critical. It is imperative we get a straighter line than this.
That means go ask your boss, diphead. Come on, baby. Give it to us.
Negative, military areas.
Thanks for no help.
What a dick. And he knows we're fuel critical.
You know he could give it to us. And we're a United Nations flight. We're not there to bomb anybody.
Out of options, they're banking on a smooth flight with no surprises. And in ferry flying, that's asking for a miracle. Above Brazil, Cory Benson knows there's a lot riding on these next few seconds. It's his first delivery into the Brazilian market, his red carpet moment. But the runway is a dirt patch roller coaster.
Oh, he's got a fence stand too.
75.
Flaps coming up.
Well done, well done.
Whew.
What an entrance.
Look, that was a little more nerve-wracking than I was anticipating. That was sporty.
Excellent. Wow, this is beautiful here.
Hi, how are you?
Very nice to meet you. This is beautiful here.
Yeah, you did a
Beautiful.
good trip.
Phenomenal.
Team. Nice, huh?
First time to get to see it, yeah.
First time I touch it. Very good. I like the...
Hula girl.
Not enough. That's my Hula girl, eh?
Think you brought the gift for me?
No.
Let's toast, eh? Yeah.
Hey, to the new plane.
To the new plane.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
To the delivery
of the Bonanza.
Yeah, cheers, toast.
This is probably the best welcome that I've ever had, delivering airplanes. These people have just been so incredibly generous and excited, and you know, this is a passion of his. That's one of the fun parts about delivering some of these smaller planes. He's going to be using this, him and his wife and his family, coming to the ranch just like what we did here, and it was just a great welcome.
Oh, we're gonna be like that, are we?
Over Africa, a run of bad luck has finally turned around for Randy McGeehee and Dave Matheson.
195, we picked up a couple knots.
Not great, but I'll take it.
They started this flight with just 23 minutes of fuel to spare, what pilots call fuel critical. But Mother Nature's thrown them a bone, a tailwind that lets them ease up on the throttle and use less fuel.
Every knot helps. Try to squeeze 200 knots out of this thing if we can. 197.
To bleed every ounce of mileage from the Dornier, Randy and Dave need to work this plane super efficiently.
I mean, we look like we're trimmed out perfect, so our drag's as low profile as possible. We got up as cool as we can, gives us cool engines, less fuel flow, off our engine second, better range and endurance. I can't think of anything else we can do right now. We really got to start calculating that fuel. We're already losing our tailwind.
Speeds dropped to 193. Damn it.
That's not what we want to see.
Damn it. We're down to 300 pounds reserve right now. But that's doing direct. That's not with all this horse that got us going.
Even with every fuel-saving trick in the book, the detours ordered by air traffic control have been sucking the gas.
300 pounds of fuel left, which means we have 15 minutes.
15 minutes of spare fuel leaves them no margin for error.
We've lost another 3 knots already since you started this fuel calculation. Everything's trending against us right now. We're losing time, we're losing airspeed, we're burning more fuel. It's not looking real good.
And the view out their front windscreen is worse.
Look at this, man. Damn it.
In Africa, storms can be sudden and fierce. Randy's about to get his first taste.
We can't go around that. We're gonna have to pick our way through it.
The plane is too low on fuel to dodge this storm. They have to hit it head on.
Bro, that's bad.
Doesn't feel that bad.
Dude, that is lightning.
Next time on Dangerous Flights. Fireworks at 11,000 feet.
Dude, we're in all sorts of trouble right now, man.
Randy and Dave's Desert Storm isn't done with them yet. While in the far north, there's another rough ride into one of the most dangerous airports in the world. aviation's final frontier. Cowboy pilots who deliver small, used aircraft.
Thing not working. Freaking A, man.
Across distances they were never meant to fly.
This is the most extreme type of flying you can do.
There's a right way to fly an airplane and there's a wrong way.
Out here, there are no guarantees.
I can't see anything. Nothing.
Every plane I fly in, I expect is trying to kill me.
And no time for fair weather flyers. But as long as there's money and fuel to burn,
let's roll.
They'll do whatever it takes.
Seriously, this could be really bad.
To get it there.
A lot of black out there, Capitan.
Black is the color of trouble for pilots Cory Benson and Randy McGeehee.
Well, with no moon and a bunch of clouds, we're not going to be able to see much. Well, we really don't want to be here right now. This is not where we want to be at all.
Cory and Randy have been driving full bore for weeks. Exhausted, they pushed off again, leaving Florida in a Beechcraft Bonanza, bound for Brazil. Then, a strict airport rule about landing after sundown.
Damn it.
Left them in limbo above the Caribbean.
We're climbing out of there, we're going to Grenada.
Now, dead tired, they face another hour in the air, and their daylight is done.
We're a single-engine airplane with no visual reference at night over the ocean, going into an unfamiliar airport with a controller that we can barely understand his accent.
November 901 Whiskey Echo, request position.
901 Whiskey Echo is 98 miles out from the GND Golf November Delta VOR.
In the dark, they're forced to rely completely on their instruments.
Look out there. All you can see is black. There are no lights. There's no horizon. There's nothing. I mean, it's sensory deprivation right now.
Even with instruments to help guide them, with no horizon line to refer to, a pilot can be tricked by how his body feels.
We have no sense of movement. We have no sense of space. We have no sense of altitude. It's just not a real comfortable feeling, you know?
There's a lot of pilots that have died just because of that. They feel like they're in a turn or in a climb or a descent when the plane's actually going straight, so they'll bank into something where they shouldn't, and they end up crashing.
There's a lot of black, there's a lot of water, not a lot of options.
And on the island of Grenada, where they're about to land, the options aren't great either.
We got a lot of things stacked against us. We're surrounded by 3,000-foot mountains in all directions. Bottom line, there's no messing around on this, and there's no margin for error. I might ask for information. I need you to really be focused for me.
Roger that, Captain.
You let your guard down for a minute, and it's fatal.
Runway in sight, 91 Whiskey Echo.
Ready to put this plane on the ground. Hang on, fellas. Welcome to Grenada, boys.
Well done, Capitan.
Holy.
I seriously thought that was going to be the easiest leg of our entire trip. I certainly hope we don't have anything that risky again, you know?
Dude, you rocked on that approach. If I was with some other buddies, that would have been really fancy.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you, so.
We did it, though.
Good job, man.
14 time zones away. It's a new day. And a whole new world for Ferry pilot Cory McCauley.
Nice. This is a sexy looking jet. I can't wait to fly it.
This is the Phenom 100, a highly computerized executive jet with a $3.5 million price tag.
Very cool.
It's aviation's next generation, and Cory's playing catch-up.
Been ferry flying for quite a while now, since 1989. And it's kind of hard to get up to speed with some of the new stuff. You know, you get comfortable with old technology.
Get some power back though. We're doing 110 now.
A veteran seat-of-the-pants pro, Cory's like a race car driver. He prefers his ride hands-on.
Now this is why I ferry fly. Who else gets a chance to do this? Woohoo! Woo! That was cool.
In the cockpit of a propeller plane, Cory is king.
Watch your speed.
But on this trip, Cory's the one taking orders.
Oh my goodness. What are the odds? There are two Phenoms in Australia. I flew both of them here, and they're one behind each other.
The Phenom master is pilot Marcio Lucchesi.
It has its computers to do a lot of things, but the primary flight controls are mechanical.
Marcio has flown around a dozen of these birds for Jet Aviva, a high-end delivery firm. But when it comes to jets, Cory's a virgin.
First time flying a jet, first time flying with Marcio or even meeting Marcio.
So we're all ready to go.
And first time being a co-pilot in almost a quarter of a century, 25 years since I haven't been the one what's in charge.
Oh yeah, that is back.
Now, together, they're taking this plane on a 14-stop run to Las Vegas.
Okay, now we're gonna find out if she's healthy or not.
Wow, this is cool. It's like the space shuttle.
Yeah, in use, there's nothing more modern than this. Everything is automatic. There's always a computer behind it. Yeah, good.
The whole plane is really kind of a flying computer. It's gonna take me 2 days to study the manual just to figure out how to turn the damn thing on.
So let's start this bad boy, see what she says. Initializing system.
TAWS system failure. TAWS system failure.
That's not good.
TAWS system failure.
We're in trouble here.
TAWS system failure.
In Cory's world, when the plane won't start, he calls for a mechanic.
TAWS system failure.
Marcio? He calls tech support.
I have the cast box with a big red X on it. What do I do? How do I cancel the damn, there's an alarm here going bang, bang, bang.
He's spitting out words like updates and multifunction displays. But if the computer's not working, nothing's working.
Let's do that. Let's call these people.
In the Caribbean, Cory's boss is working overtime.
If everything goes as planned, we should be in Manaus early afternoon. Good morning, sir.
Cory has just one thing on his mind right now, his schedule. He and Randy have logged more than 2,700 kilometers from Florida across the Caribbean. From here, they'll zigzag down Brazil to their final stop.
Dude, I'm pumped to actually get into Brazil.
We've had some long days, short nights, and we're tired.
Cory's got Randy on a short leash. Fast turnarounds, no downtime.
I mean, we're too tired, we're too beat up, it's too hot. That fatigue's gonna catch up with us, man.
Today, Cory and Randy have to cover nearly 1,800 kilometers, most of it over dense Brazilian jungle. Run into trouble here, and it's a guaranteed crash landing with lousy odds of survival.
There's no wires, there's no roads, there's no tracks of any kind. It's just a bunch of jungle down there.
They need to stay sharp. But fatigue is now in full flight.
It's like Beavis and Butthead flying the most dangerous missions in the world. All we can talk about is 6 or 8 year old humor type stuff. I don't know what else to call it right now.
Jumping time zones, being at altitude. If you're tired, you're physically drained, you can make a stupid decision. And you're dead because of it.
Yeah, tomorrow might be a good day for a rest day, man, because we're totally losing it here. What tank are we on now? I don't left, I think.
They need to pull it together. Ahead of them, 3,300 kilometers across some of the most unforgiving terrain on the planet.
Man, I'm tired, man. I'm hurting. Me too. This has been a long few days.
Cory and Randy are out of steam, and now they're also running out of clear skies.
I mean, Cory, those things are at least 30,000 feet. Look at that thing, man. All this stuff's got to be right in the middle of our path.
Detouring around these storms is eating up time. They have the fuel for it. What they're low on is daylight.
The biggest hazard is just the sun going down, us not making our destination in time, and then not being able to see.
Near the equator, the sun drops fast. And having tangled with the dark once already on this trip,
This might have been a mistake.
Randy's not anxious for a repeat.
There's a term in aviation called get-home-itis. A lot of accidents have happened because people don't want to take the extra time to wait or turn around. I mean, the last 2 trips, we keep pushing it into the evening and night. The sun is setting pretty fast, but got to get this plane down there.
They're within spitting distance of their destination, but they've lost their race with the sun.
Well, there's Manaus. I see her. Manaus 91 Whiskey Echo. Can we start a descent, please?
November 91 Whiskey Echo. Clear down 1,500 feet.
Thank you, sir. We're cleared down to 1,500 feet, 91 Whiskey Echo. Okay, we're tired. Make sure we get to the right runway. Don't do anything stupid.
For the second time in as many days, Randy's instruments are his only lifeline.
Okay. All right, I'm fast and high. Come on, Randy. Better than that. Damn it. There's an arrival.
They're now within a day of their final destination.
I'm just glad to be out of the tight quarters there and just trying to get loosened up. A little tired, but it never stops, so. Declaration?
Yes. Passport.
We've pushed it too hard, too long already. Start talking seriously about taking tomorrow off.
Cory's silence is loud and clear. To him, a day off is just another delay, one his business can't afford. The Phenom 100 is sometimes called a mini airliner, an upscale ride with a computer at its core. And right now, that's the problem.
It's 3 main computers that are missing a software update, so they're not talking. See if we can format that.
I don't know how to do that.
The solution? A simple download. For Carrie, not so simple.
My wife is really good with computers, so I have been really lacking in my computer knowledge and learning because I just say, honey, make it work, and she does.
I don't even have words to describe how this little thing here can ground a $4 million jet. All right, here it is. Let's see if she likes it.
A few minutes ago, the jet wouldn't boot up. Turns out the software update
Good, I think.
TOS system test. Okay.
is the magic touch.
She's healthy, puppy.
Yeah, man.
Who's your daddy? You missed your daddy, didn't you? Daddy's back.
The Phenom and her crew of 2 are finally good to go.
If you have any religious belief, this is the time to talk to your Lord and say,
Dear Lord, please don't let me screw up. If I blow this flight, I'll have a real hard time getting any jet job in the U.S. because the jet community is pretty small, and my name will be mud out there.
Cory has manhandled prop planes for decades, but he's never flown a jet.
Banks and ground, 777 Bravo Foxtrot, ready to copy clearance.
777 Bravo Foxtrot, you're clear for takeoff.
And the Phenom 100 isn't just any jet.
Takeoff, okay.
4067, get back.
Pilots call it a flying computer. Cory's more of a typewriter guy. It's a big jump.
Zip puppy, let's go. Right, man.
if you are not a good pilot and someone asks me, is this guy a good pilot? I will tell them the truth. And you would be amazed how many careers or jobs that I had to end because of my honesty.
He's probably got some high expectations because I talk a big game, got a lot of experience. So it's time to put up or shut up. And I hate shutting up.
Cory will have to hold his tongue for a good long time. The trip, Sydney, Australia, to Las Vegas, USA. A commercial airliner makes the run in under 17 hours. But the Phenom was built for shorter hauls, 2,200 kilometers at the most. So for this trip, it's globetrotting. Across the Australian outback, up over Indonesia, Asia, Russia, then dropping down into the United States. More than 19,000 kilometers and 14 stops in 6 days.
We're taking this jet right to the edge. And when I say right to the edge, it's right to the edge.
In the plane delivery business, a day off is as rare as a problem-free flight. But after days of demanding it, Randy's finally got his R&R.
All right, thanks, man. This is awesome. Flying is inherently dangerous and it's difficult. But there comes a point where I've got to just put my foot down and make that call.
This morning I was pretty pissed that we weren't flying. I wanted to get the plane down there, but this is amazing.
That's your Phenom. Look at that kid. Did you get that kid jumping off? Oh. Come on. Let's see it. Here we go. Nice. Oh. Nice. Woo! So these are the fish that will pull you down to the bottom, huh? Jeez, that thing is strong. Did you see how big that thing was? Oh, Randy, look at this one. This is much better than being in a small, cramped cockpit with no food or water and 120 degrees.
I'm glad you talked me into staying. This is amazing. And Randy made a good call by just relaxing for the day and turn around and look at this. When's the next time I'm going to be here? This is awesome.
But Cory and Randy are about to be reminded, awesome comes at a price. The next day is delivery day for the Beechcraft Bonanza. But Cory Benson and Randy McGeehee haven't even left the ground, and already they're in a holding pattern.
Hey, dude, I need some cash to pay the handler and landing fee and all the customs.
Man, we're running light. I got $40 after this.
Dude, they just don't, none of these places take credit cards. It's crazy.
Dude, we're not even halfway through the trip yet.
Their 24-hour vacation has left Cory and Randy cash-strapped.
What does this say?
And most of the bank machines appear to be taking their own day off.
I went through 8 machines and 2 banks, and I couldn't get any money out.
I've got about 700 Brazil, so it's about $500 right now.
Cory and Randy need around $2,000 to cover the airport fees and fuel costs.
If we can't get the money, we're not going anywhere.
An ocean away, the techno jet they call the Phenom is living up to the name.
Gears up.
The Phenom can climb as high as a commercial jet and reach speeds almost as fast.
Yeah, you have to watch it, okay, when you put a departure and stuff. Just make sure that it's properly sequenced.
For a prop plane guy like Kerry McCauley, it's like being strapped into a guided missile.
I'm kind of feeling like a dummy in this plane. You know, it's like a caveman trying to figure out the Concorde.
Kerry and Marcio blast across the Australian outback, veering up toward Indonesia.
Marcio, I'd like you to meet somebody.
Okay.
I'm a superstitious guy, but what I'd like you to meet is Hula Girl. I got her when I first started ferry flying and with me ever since. It's my good luck charm.
Hula Girl has more than luck going for her.
What the hell is that?
Cory, meet Hula Girl.
She's a coconut-clad icebreaker. On a recent flight to Brazil, tension was brewing between Kerry and Cory.
Pretty interesting there, buddy.
Yeah, well, you gotta have somebody to talk to on the long flights.
One look at Hula Girl, the turbulence in the cockpit disappeared.
Hopefully she'll bring us good luck on this leg.
She's not alone.
Yeah?
Let me introduce you to my friend Jack.
What a fix this thing.
Jack is not really a superstition or anything like this. He's just covering my behind because his behind is full of instructions for me. So don't forget the permits, don't forget the gear pins, the chocks, the hotel, the fuel key. Every time before I go, you know, I take a moment to just grab Jack and say, Jack, what's up?
That's awesome. Thought I was the only crazy one.
No, man, there are weird people everywhere, man.
Kerry's a veteran pilot, but he's brand new to jets. And on this trip, it's not just the technology he's learning about.
Stay tuned.
Marcio's also teaching him some new tricks for their stop in Indonesia.
Indonesia really loves football, and they're big fans of Brazil for the soccer. We do not have any handlers, any support, anybody there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear my Brazilian soccer jersey. Maybe I can make some friends.
It's Ronaldo! Oh my God! That's awesome!
It's also a plan to save money at the next stop. Marcio's not paying for ground crew. He's counting on a yellow shirt and a lot of charm to get him what he needs.
All right, so here's the story. Just you and I. So we have one chance to make a good impression. You know, try to let me do the talking, I would say. You know?
This is terminal information for Samratulangi International.
Hydro contact tower on 1181, clear from the visual for 36, Bravo Foxtrot. All right, Indonesia.
So this should be it. I'm not just a pilot. I'm a flight department. How are you? I'm Captain Lucchesi, okay? We came from the little jet, so I need to file the flight plans. I'm a dispatcher, I'm a flight planner, I'm a hotel reservations, I'm a maintenance coordinator. I do everything.
Your friend Ronaldo?
Yeah, my friend Ronaldo. Oh, that's my friend. Yeah, my friend.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah? I know my Ronaldo. He gave me shirt.
The jersey works its magic with the flight planners and the fuel guys.
Thank you very much. See you next time. Okay, what do we have to do? Well, now I'm here.
But at his final call where he's looking for an exit stamp, immigration officials don't see a yellow t-shirt. They see a red flag.
I'm worried about the permits. I'm worried about the paper.
Well, we didn't show up with the actual paper copy of our permit, problem one. Problem two is these guys seem to really wanted us to hire a handler.
So on immigration side, what do we have to do now then to clear?
My role, your problem like this, to investigation for you.
Investigation?
This is a bad place for a pilot.
We called the airport authority. Do I need to hire a handler? They said no.
The interrogation room of an Indonesian immigration department.
Waiting for the big boss, and he's going to be the one that decides what the appropriate punishment is for us. I mean, it could seriously be jail.
When he opened the rule book, oh, this is bad news.
It seems failing to bring proper paperwork and cheaping out on ground crew is a serious offense.
I have to hire ground handling services.
Yeah, like this.
But when the head honcho arrives,
620.
It's nothing that a few greenbacks can't solve.
Thank you so much, okay? We'll see you next time. Have a good dinner tonight, okay?
Cory and Marcio are free to go.
There are two friends that always get me out of trouble. One is Ronaldo, the other one is Ben Franklin.
Halfway around the world,
You got one to work. You got some? You got
Randy and Cory are saddled with big airport fees and empty wallets.
I'm not the most patient person, and so these delays drive me nuts.
Okay, we just landed. It's a beautiful weather.
But they just ran into a little luck, and his name is Joey.
Oh, did you pay already the land fee here?
No.
No?
Joey gets what Cory and Randy are up against.
Over there is gonna be like 400 miles, let's say 3 hours. Let's say 3 hours.
Because he's one of them.
He's also a ferry pilot from the States and has done this route a lot.
We need money to get out of here.
Let's see how much I have, but I can help you out for sure. I can borrow you money. You give me later. Or deposit my account in America or here. Do you have a real?
It's kind of like a fraternity because there's only a very select few of us that do it, that have the guts to do it. And so we respect that about each other, and we'll do anything we can to help each other out.
Thanks, buddy. 4.
Okay.
Let's go. That took way too long. When we got here, we had nice, clear skies, and now all quadrants, we got building thunderstorms. If we don't get out of here soon, we're not going. Let's go.
Cory and Randy are in the final stretch. It's 1,500 kilometers to the finish line. And like any other marathon, those last miles can be a killer.
Hey, look at that, man. Storm, 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 storm. Huge storm. You see that thing? I can't even estimate how many miles wide that thing is.
Randy's an old hand at dodging storm clouds he can see. But electricity is invisible and travels for miles.
That's the airport. Hitting all those lightning strikes.
This lightning scope detects electricity in the air not picked up by regular radar.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
And the picture is grim.
We got about 17 lightning strikes right over the airport right now, so we just made it out. There we go.
140 deviation due to weather, sir. You
Yeah, Cory left.
Any deviation either.
We don't want to get anywhere near that stuff. This prop kicking with all this moisture in the air, we're just generating negative ionization right now. We're just asking to get hit.
Though modern aircraft are mostly built to take it, lightning can still punch a plane out of the sky. It can damage the frame and wiring, shatter a windshield, or spark an explosion.
One of the worst times I ever had in an airplane was in an airliner, and we took a massive lightning strike, and we almost didn't make that. If this plane got hit, I guarantee we'd never make it down.
For Cory and Marcio, it's been smooth sailing.
A whole lot around, hey. Oh, no, a whole lot of deep.
They've put more than 7,000 kilometers behind them in 3 days and are now zeroing in on Russia.
That part of Russia was the primary point of attacking the United States during the Cold War.
Take a look at that supersonic one. Yeah, that's cool.
You see the runways and you see the security. It brings you back in time. So wow, this Cold War, this was not a joke.
The runways left over from the Cold War aren't very funny either. An Airbus lurches down the tarmac.
He's shaking like a little girl because the road is too bad. X-ray is so up that he cannot exit fast enough. Are you ready for departure from taxiway Charlie or taxiway Mike?
After a quick refuel, it's Cory and Marcio's turn to taxi for takeoff.
Takeoff, okay.
It's like heading off-road.
Oh, this taxiway is beat up. Been on smoother gravel roads. I do things differently in Mother Russia.
Just a stone about this big hits your tire and whoop, flies right into your engine. You just got yourself a $1 million bill.
The runway rocks miss the engine.
She's on GPS during the departure, 200 knots.
But they may have hit something else.
Cabin. 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 Cabin.
Stop the climb. Stop the climb right here.
Moments after leaving a Russian runway,
Autopilot.
Level off.
Cory and Marcio are in a full-blown emergency.
We lost pressurization.
Autopilot.
Okay, tell them we need to maintain altitude right now. Slow down.
The jet is losing cabin pressure.
Autopilot.
They need to stop their climb to keep from losing consciousness. But there's an Airbus closing in fast, and the control tower wants them out of the way.
Okay, November 777 Bravo. Foxtrot climb initially 9,100 meters. You are being followed by Airbus 330, 10 miles behind.
Just forget about him then. Fly the plane for me, please. Maintain altitude and fix this shit. I have the plane.
Cory's a prop pilot flying his first ever jet, and this is trial by fire.
Negative. We have a pressurization problem right now. We need to hold altitude for a minute. We'll advise.
Foxtrot, last problem.
We have a pressurization problem. I'll get back to you in just a minute. Slow. 200 knots, 200 knots, 200 knots.
Foxtrot.
While Cory controls the jet, Marcio tries to troubleshoot.
November 777 Bravo. Foxtrot.
Slow down.
What level do you need?
1,800 meters. Put your oxygen mask on. Come on.
Under pressure, Cory's fallen back on his old skills, flying the plane by hand.
Autopilot on. Autopilot on.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
The computerized plane is back on autopilot,
Autopilot.
but Cory's got it on the wrong setting. He quickly corrects,
Have it.
Autopilot.
but in the confusion, he loses track of his airspeed.
Stall. 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 Stall.
Autopilot.
Marcio has no choice but to take back the controls. He powers the plane out of the potentially deadly stall.
Are you okay? Yeah. Pay attention, okay? What the hell was that? Oh, you forgot to look at its speed. I know. That's what happened. Okay, there you go. Easy does it, puppy. Easy. There we go, that's better. Easy.
I screwed up. I've never flown anything like that before. I barely know how to shut the door on the thing, so I've got a little bit of catching up to do.
For now, Marcio rides the cabin pressure by hand.
Hey, coming to flaps 3. Okay.
Cory takes over the landing.
Very nice, very nice.
If Marcio seems unfazed by all the drama, it's because he's pretty sure he knows what's causing the cabin pressure problem.
I know what happened now.
He'll soon know if he's right. In the southern hemisphere,
Look at that water coming down on that. You see that, Cory?
Cory and Randy are navigating a minefield of thunderstorms above Brazil.
This plane cannot handle anything that storm's gonna dish out, so we want to give it a wide margin.
Concentration of vultures on final approach.
Vultures, vultures, vultures. Turn right. There you go. You couldn't make this stuff up, man. I'm serious, man. Freaking vultures, thunderstorms.
This trip's tossed a lot of bad stuff their way. They've flown bone-tired and been tricked by nighttime illusions. They've had no place to land and been cleaned out of cash. In this racket, a game plan is just a suggestion.
Cuiabá approach, good afternoon, November 9-1 Whiskey Echo 080.
5 days and more than 6,000 kilometers after leaving Florida, their final destination of Cuiabá, Brazil, is in sight.
Well done, Capitan. We're on the ground. She did well. She did well.
We were up, we were down. Every time we turned around, our plans had to change.
We did it!
It was just non-stop action the whole way down.
Whew. We finally made it.
And the one person as happy as they are about that
All right, congratulations.
is the Bonanza's owner.
The new owner's ecstatic about his airplane.
All right, happy new owner.
She's all yours now.
He's excited and he's kind of giddy walking around his new airplane and getting to hand the keys to him. And it's just like a huge weight's been off my back. But I'm ready to do it again.
Next time, we gotta bring a ton more cash.
On a concrete Russian slab, Carrie and Marcio have one temperamental jet and an even bigger problem. The Phenom 100 is cutting edge. The mechanics, not so much.
I'm here in remotest Russia, and these guys all their aircraft are baling wire and 2x4s. I mean, they're built to last, they're tough, but they're not flying computers.
But Marcio knows his way around this fancy Phenom. He's flown several of them, and he has a theory about this one.
I want to make sure there's no loose wire. Oh, it's right up here. See, it's right up here.
This wire is connected to a sensor that automatically adjusts cabin pressure.
So it might be bouncing so much that it's just giving wrong signals to the computer.
Marcio suspects the rough Russian runway shook it loose on takeoff.
I'm not too concerned about it. On the taxiway in, the message disappeared, so. Also, funny enough, a lot of the Russian-made airplanes, they have huge tires. And we're asking, why do they have huge tires? Now we know.
Now we know.
There's a sensor there for pressurization. But taxiway in Russia. So, sensor.
After briefing the mechanics, Marcio and Carrie turn their attention to their next and most dangerous destination, Russia's Far East.
The weather.
Weather. Tomorrow weather bureau.
And the Russian weather lady doesn't sugarcoat the situation.
1 kilometer visibility, which is not much. Showers, snow, and rain. Okay, mist.
From the late autumn till the spring, late spring, it is bad. It is often, almost constantly bad.
In the world of ferry flying, playing the odds is part of the game.
Well, we're gonna give it a shot.
Carrie and Marcio are taking a chance on the weather.
Hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Visibility 10 kilometers. Broken 1500.
You're coming up. First 500 feet. Autopilot. This is a remote area. I bet nobody's been over and messed with this stuff in a really long time.
The Phenom has now soared across 8,700 kilometers and is arcing into the Russian Far East.
Weather report just took a big turn for the worse. It was, okay, last one we had was overcast at 200 meters. It's now went to overcast at 120 meters. It got pretty bad in 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes, huh?
November 777 Bravo Foxtrot. Overcast at 90.
Now we're down to 90, which is 295 feet. It's pretty low. It's getting there.
The airport they're headed to is now almost completely socked in.
And the trend is
Thinking about it, we gotta go somewhere else. This is not gonna work.
They veer to another airport. Then,
November Bravo Foxtrot for information. Aerodrome Uniform Hotel Mike Papa is closed.
That's just great. They just closed the airport. Nice.
I don't know what to do, man. What do you think?
They don't want to turn around. If we decide to go, should we go faster and get there before it gets any worse?
it's back to Plan A. Reroute to the original airport and hope the weather clears by the time they get there. 2 hours later, they're closing in on their destination.
There's a big mountain we don't want to hit. Look at the way that the clouds are separated by it.
It's not just terrain that's trouble.
And arrival November 000 Bravo Foxtrot. Can you please request lights full bright at the airport, please?
Light in operation.
Say, no light?
No light. Doesn't help much, does it?
No, that's not good.
There's not enough fuel to turn around. With night falling and lousy visibility, they've got to pick their way to the unlit airstrip.
To make this first one count.
They drop into the soup that hangs low over the runway.
777 Bravo Foxtrot, you are clear to land, surface wind 300 degrees, 6 meters.
To the airport?
Negative.
November 777 Bravo Foxtrot in the Mackay.
Then, just 90 meters above the runway,
I see some lights. Okay, path, you looking good? Yep.
the runway lights suddenly blast back to life.
160 feet over actual runway now. Got it? You're good?
Are we gonna live today?
I think so. Oh, the beer's gonna taste so good. Flaps coming to 0.
November 777 Bravo Foxtrot on ground at 46, but track runway 01.
This would have been a real bitch without any lights. Can I start breathing now? Okay. Oh, you're up it! Oh, was the issue ever in doubt? Maybe a little.
But a flight's not over until the keys are in the hands of the owner. And that's in Las Vegas, more than 5,300 kilometers away. Next time on Dangerous Flights.
We need you out here.
Cory's chance to turn a fast buck turns to bad luck.
And that trim is a little funky. Yes, it is.
When an old plane comes with a full-blown attitude.
We got things freezing up. We got nuts and bolts freezing up.
And the guy who loves to fly by hand has his hands full.
Boost pumps on.
It's aviation's final frontier. Cowboy pilots who deliver small, used aircraft.
Ooh, man, that is weird.
Across distances they were never meant to fly.
This is the most extreme type of flying you can do.
Oh, there we go. Boost pump on.
This is the long one. If we have a problem, we're going down in the Amazon.
Equipment breakdowns are the rule.
We got an old junker airplane. Well, we got a major trim problem.
Any flight can be a suicide mission.
Every plane I fly in, I expect is trying to kill me.
But as long as there's money and fuel to burn, they'll live to fly another day.
Back on the ground, safe and sound.
At a remote airport in Utah, two pilots are grounded and going nowhere for the third time this week.
Well, I'm pissed, man. I'm getting so bored.
Somebody tell me what the heck? Every flight, we've got a problem.
They just had to cancel another test flight of this Piper Cheyenne. One of its propellers was spinning backwards.
That helps slow the plane down on landing. Well, obviously, we don't want something slowing the plane down when we're in flight. No amount of training can save the day on certain failures. And we have an unsafe propeller condition, period. It's a no-fly item.
Pete Zaccanino knows what he's talking about.
Gloves, helmet, oxygen.
He's a test pilot who races high-performance jets for fun. If he thinks it's unsafe to fly this old plane to the Philippines, then he and co-pilot Brad White have a big problem.
I can't even spit it out because I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, this is when we start laughing. We went through anger, frustration,
It's like
pissed off, and then you resolve yourself to resolve yourself to humor.
We're totally man.
It's no laughing matter for their boss. Cory Benson's arrived to check out the problem plane for himself.
Hey, Brad, did you turn on these?
Oh, yeah.
He's already losing money on this contract, and now he has to persuade the new owner in the Philippines to pay for all the repairs.
This flight is probably the most dangerous and challenging flight out of all the ones that we've done. This plane continues to give us new obstacles. I mean, everything is breaking on this plane.
The 32-year-old Cheyenne is what pilots call a hangar queen, a plane with low flight time, creaky parts, and leaky seals. 3 failed test flights have proved what a lemon she really is. First, Brad couldn't get her nose up on takeoff.
That could be a showstopper.
Then she started leaking fuel.
And it's coming into these drain holes in the bottom of the fuselage. Huge fire hazard.
Then she just plain froze up.
We got ice all over this windscreen and it sucks. I can't see anything. Nothing.
I have zero confidence in this aircraft right now.
Yeah.
I will not fly this at night. I will not fly this in the weather. I will not fly this into ice right now, period.
I'm pretty much on board with that.
But icy weather's exactly what they're heading for. They fly north from Heber City to Alaska, then a frigid crossing to northern Russia, before they cut south to the Philippines. The mechanic tackles the latest problem, the mystery of the reversing propeller. Turns out the part that stops the propeller from spinning backwards is way past its best before date.
This brush runs inside that channel right there.
Yeah.
The brush that's installed in here, which is part of activating the beta system, is actually worn to 25 thousandths. And the maximum limit is 10 thousandths, so it's over twice the wear limit. Because if you would have been flying and it went off, by the time you would have landed, we would have had to pull off the entire propeller. We stopped and we saved this just in time.
And it makes you wonder what else hasn't been checked on this thing.
Across the Pacific, in Singapore, Cory has another plane to be delivered.
Look at this place.
A high-tech, high-performance Cirrus SR-22.
There it is.
The first plane in the world to wear its own life-saving device as standard equipment. If the engine fails, the pilot can fire off a rocket-propelled parachute. It'll save the pilot, but the rocket usually totals the plane.
So on this model, where does the parachute come out of?
Physically fires out of the side of the aircraft.
Pilot Stu Sprung knows this plane well.
All the engine gauges are on the computer screen, so if you're unfamiliar with the avionics of this system, you couldn't effectively fly this plane. You wouldn't even be able to look at the engine gauges because there aren't any.
But his partner, Carey McCauley, has much more flying experience. On their earlier flights, Carey was always captain, and Stu was his green co-pilot.
70. Whoa, I got it. A little heavy.
Your nose down. Gear coming up. Nose down, nose down, nose down.
The question is, who'll be captain on this trip?
Well, I just assumed I'd be captain again.
I think that was the general assumption. You have more experience than I do, and that counts for something. But this is a technologically advanced aircraft. There's all kinds of weird little nuances with it, including the emergency procedures and the use of the parachute. So
what you're telling me is you'd like to be captain on this trip? Well, you're the guy with all the Cirrus time. We'll give you the reins on this one. See how you do. It's like, all right, you're the captain on this one. I'll be your second in command. You tell me what to do. Let's see how you do as captain. But I'll be able to handle it. I can take orders, sorta.
Time to test fly the Cirrus and the new pecking order.
Hold here. Papa, hold here.
You are clear for takeoff.
Thank you. Well, so far so good. Nothing's falling off the airplane that I can see. Well, everything seems to be working good on this thing.
After 45 minutes of flying, air traffic control gets in touch.
Papa Golf Tower.
We're doing the 160 Yankee ILS. Is that not what we're supposed to be doing? Turn around, cancel the approach.
They're only allowed to fly for 1 hour. Then the military takes over the airspace.
Turn around, cancel the approach. We got to back. Oh, dude, hold on 1 second. Let me just answer. We're 10 miles from BJR. Dude. Turn us around. If we don't get back in 20 minutes. We're going to get back. We're there, all right? And tower from 158 Papa Golf. If we don't get back on the ground in 20 minutes, that means we'll have to land someplace else and incur thousands of dollars in landing fees. Right now at this speed, we've got 8 minutes to spare. Pedal to the metal it is. And we're down to 6 minutes. It's gonna be close. Hope these guys don't screw around. In sight. Approach 158 Papa Golf. We have the airport in sight. Four minutes to spare.
Looks like it's going to be tough for Carey to give up control. And this will be one very long mission. From Singapore, the Cirrus will go literally halfway around the world to its destination in Ohio. 20,000 kilometers and 15 time zones.
This is an epic journey. So which makes me just a little bit leery about letting Stu be captain. You know, I'm hoping he's gonna make all the right choices. Hey, Cory, it's Carey.
Carey, what's going on?
We got the Cirrus all checked out. We'll be on our way tomorrow.
I think that's great. You know, just work together and have a safe trip.
Sounds good. I hope being captain doesn't go to his head, but I think he'll do all right.
Just keep your hands off the controls when he's landing.
I'll try my damnedest.
Back in Utah, Brad and Pete are finally taking off on their flight to the Philippines, giving the old Cheyenne one more chance to fly right.
Hey, we're on our way and things are going well.
We are moving. That's beautiful.
I have a positive feeling. Stay to the right half of the canyons.
Right.
Standard mountain pass clearance issues.
She seems to be running okay now. Little pat on the back, knuckle bump. Let's see if we can burn some miles here today.
They'd better burn a whole lot of miles. Brad has another job as a contract pilot in Afghanistan, and he's due back there just 10 days from now. From Utah, they have to fly 2,200 kilometers today to get them up to Ketchikan, Alaska.
Showing you 110.
Okay, slowing.
But on a pit stop for fuel in Washington State, bad news finds Pete.
Hey, John, what'd you find when you got there?
His brother tells him a blizzard just hit his home in New Jersey.
One of your telephone poles was just smashed everywhere. The power, the wires are strung between tree to tree to tree to tree.
There's live wires on the ground?
Yeah, it was truly spectacular.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, worse than the hurricane that came up, way worse.
Do you think I need to be there?
I think it'd be a lot better if you were here than, out running around. And I know it's your job and all, but man, this is one of those situations where if you were home, it'd be a lot easier to deal with.
It's a tough choice for Pete. If he deserts the mission, he'll leave both his boss and his co-pilot in the lurch.
All right, I'll call you in a little bit.
All right, man.
All right, John. Thanks, man.
Bye-bye.
Rotate. Positive.
Gear selected up.
Roger.
The next day, Pete and Brad are leaving Washington State and heading due north to Ketchikan, Alaska.
What are we about? 320, 330?
307.
Thanks.
But Pete's distracted. He's decided to keep moving in spite of his wrecked property back home. And that means his brother has to deal with the damage.
He called it Tree Armageddon. I said, that's terrific.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a nice property. It was, at least. He says, my property looks like a battle zone.
Nice.
So he's trying to manage it. If I have to, I'll go home from Anchorage.
So you might actually pop smoke out of Anchorage and strand me with this thing. Chance of direct Alpha November.
Damn it. Tell him we gotta go back to Bellingham.
Why?
We did not do EAPIS.
I'm gonna have you over to the center and...
APIS is a flight document that's essential for pilots who leave the U.S. for a foreign country.
We gotta go back to Bellingham.
This could mean a $5,000 fine.
800 Echo Bravo, we'd like to return Bellingham.
Are you declaring an emergency?
That's a negative. No problems on board.
800 Echo Bravo, thank you.
Pete turns back, but he's forgotten. They don't need the APIS because they're flying over Canada and landing in Alaska, a U.S. state.
Damn it.
Pete turns the plane around yet again.
You all right, big dog?
Nah, I'm not. I'm, pretty pissed off right now.
By now, Brad's cluing in. Pete's off his game. Pete's not the only one with thoughts elsewhere. The hangar queen is keeping Brad from the real queen in his life. His girlfriend Monica in Colombia, where he lives now.
¿Cómo estás, baby?
Bien, mi amor, ¿y tú?
Muy bien, pero tengo noticias es posible malas.
¿Qué pasó?
Hay muchos problemas con el avión. Estamos como 4 o 5 días tardando. No sé.
Yo no puedo estar más tiempo sin ti. I miss you.
Ok, baby. Yo a ti te amo y hablamos mañana, ¿ok?
Okay.
Bye bye. Oh, I'm just talking to my girl back home in Colombia, and we're I'm kind of breaking the bad news to her that the plane's busted and we're totally behind schedule, and I have my own personal deadline.
Brad's return to Afghanistan is coming up fast.
I gave her a kiss on the cheek and was like, I'll see you in 10 days. And now it's starting to look like 3 months. So I'm getting pretty nervous about it.
12,000 kilometers away, Stu has piloted the Cirrus like a pro so far.
Put the heading on it.
The heading is 348.
He and Carrie left Singapore this morning, and now they're about to pit stop in Chiang Mai in northern Thailand.
Chiang Mai, baby.
They're headed for a few hours of R&R.
Hello. How are you?
Here on the ground, Carrie gets to be captain again.
We're gonna go take a tuk-tuk ride, see what we got going on. This is why I became a pilot, to go flying to places like this. This is so cool.
This is awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, check this out.
Are you kidding me right now? What the hell are you eating? Oh, so this is food. They're eating these critters. No, I'm good. What the What the? Are you kidding me? No.
Nothing tastier than the guts of a giant water bug.
$100, Stu. $100.
Yeah. I'll pass.
A lot of protein. Peanut butter has a lot of protein too.
I'm good.
I'll give it a shot. It's really tiny. Just go like this, yeah? Oh la la! Very good.
It's like eating an artichoke. Where's the mayonnaise?
But Boss Cory has a way of interrupting the fun. He calls them from 14 time zones away.
Hello, this is Stu.
How's the flight going so far?
We had an excellent first leg today.
Tomorrow we've got a major issue with trying to get the landing permission for your first stop into India. You guys are pretty much stuck there. There's nothing we can do.
We're staying here for a full day. Oh, man. All right, well, thanks for the call. We appreciate it, and hope to talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Have a safe flight.
Thanks, Cory. All right, bye-bye.
It's not the first time Cory's had trouble dealing with a foreign bureaucracy. And guess who hates to wait?
Pretty frustrated right now. I mean, we've got 13,000 miles to cover. I'm ready to go. We finally we're moving, and now we're stopped again, so.
1,300 kilometers south of the Arctic Circle, it's been raining all night. Pete and Brad are leaving Ketchikan, Alaska, and heading further north to Anchorage.
That's gonna be more bumpy. We're gonna be getting thrashed. Yeah, it's gonna be bumpy. If it gets crazy, certainly help me out.
Air speed's at 90. There's 100. Positive rate.
Gear up.
The Hangar Queen is behaving. For 300 kilometers, all's well. Or so they think.
I'm gonna start down.
Do it, man. Let's get out of this junk. We've been in the clag all day. And you're climbing.
I know. I don't get it.
Brad tries to drop down, but the plane drives up.
The autopilot's off, and the yaw damper's off.
Yeah, I just kicked it off. Roll your trim for me, will you?
Trim locks in a set of small flaps on the tail that make the plane climb or descend.
Nothing.
How about the other way?
Trying both ways. Nothing.
I got nothing, too. Duck?
Feels it. I wonder if it's iced up.
That's what I'm wondering, too.
If the trim is frozen, dropping altitude for a landing is going to be a real fight.
I'm trying to think if there's anything on there, if I'm doing something goofy that's blocking that trim.
Let me find the trim breaker, too.
Alrighty.
There it is, and it's in.
Is it in?
Yeah.
It's just stuck.
They're only 20 minutes from Anchorage, and they have to land soon.
That's tough, dude.
So we potentially have our trim in op.
Just like we did before.
Even on their first test flight in Florida, the trim was iffy.
Yeah, that trim is a little funky.
Yes, it is.
But the mechanic disagreed.
I think that's normal.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Have you?
The maintenance manual says it's good. You're airworthy.
Now, Brad has to keep fighting the climbing Cheyenne.
Yeah, what I need to do is sit and push on the stick. Right. If I let go, it's going to pop up on it. You know what? It might be a smart move to pull this thing into a hangar and let it dry out overnight, too, because I'll tell you what, I don't want to be flying this thing and having frozen windows and frozen trim, and we're just counting on them thawing out when we come down.
No.
That's dumb.
Finally, Brad makes the plane descend enough to start their landing.
Okay, I got the airport in sight.
Roger.
Cheyenne 0, Echo Bravo, clear visual approach, runway 32.
And we got a crosswind of 70 degrees at 15, gusts at 22, and runway is icy.
Bravo, when able, reduce speed to 170.
Okay, runway's in sight, lined up.
You can call my speeds for me?
Yep, 120.
I can see the trees whipping, so just hang on there.
Yep, 130.
Okay, final flaps.
Selected, 120. 100. 95, 90.
Boy, I can land a 747.
You can. Nice job.
The Cheyenne limps into the hangar yet again.
That's a big puddle.
Yeah, there's a lot of water, dude.
They think the heavy rain from the storm in Ketchikan leaked into the plane and froze during the flight.
I'm smiling about it, but I just can't believe there's another problem on this thing.
Piece of...
We should probably leave that door open. It's late, let's get something to eat and make a plan and...
All over it.
Sound good?
Yep.
Cool.
Later, at the local bush pilot bar.
Hey guys, this is Pete. This is my old next door neighbor.
How you doing?
Ken.
Nice to meet you guys.
And this is Luke Hickerson.
Brad grew up here in Anchorage.
All right. To old friends and a few new friends. Yay!
Away from family and friends, ferry pilots depend on each other. And breaks like this.
Damn it.
But then Pete gets bad news from boss Cory.
Hey, you ready for this? They're saying they don't have the right paperwork for filing our flight plan into Russia.
Who's in charge of that, Cory?
Bureaucratic red tape is a constant hazard in the ferry flying biz.
I don't need any more stress right now. I really don't.
We've got the deadline of the plane. I've got my personal deadline. Pete's got his house destroyed. Our airplane is in horrible shape. It's just taking forever.
Life on the road, not easy.
10,000 kilometers away, Stu and Carrie head to the airport. After a one-day delay in Thailand getting their paperwork sorted out, they made it all the way across India to Pakistan.
It's kind of sometimes our only chance to get to see the whole country in the daylight, so we really soak it in.
Today, they plan to fly across the Gulf of Oman to Al Fujairah in the United Arab Emirates.
It's going to be kind of a risky flight because it's almost 700 miles and almost entirely over water. We have to steer clear of Iran's airspace, so even if something was to go wrong and over the water, we would really have to make a decision whether it was better to ditch in the water or go land in Iran.
Heading is 216. Goodbye, Karachi and Pakistan.
Stu is still captain of the high-tech Cirrus.
Karachi approach, November 158, Papa Golf with you, 7,000 feet, 700. 700, climbing.
But he's lost his edge this morning. Seems Karachi has made a gut-wrenching impression on Stu.
What did you eat last night that's killing you? Oh no, we tried some local Pakistan cuisine. That was really good, but it was definitely off the grid for me. Kind of paid for it all night, and I was hoping to get it kind of out of my system before we started flying, but right as we were getting ready to take off, I was like, oh my God, I need to get in that plane and get in the air, because if I don't, I ain't gonna make it.
Over the Gulf of Oman, Stu has nowhere to go and nowhere to land, because now they're in the real danger zone.
Iran's airspace is about 5 miles that way. Those guys aren't too friendly. Oh, tell you what though, the way I feel right now, out of the closest bathroom, I'll take it.
I don't know a worse situation than being in a small aircraft for 5 hours with Iran next to you as the closest land without any bathroom, with a severe stomach problem. It's the worst torture I can imagine.
How you holding up there, boss? 4.5 hours of the most torturous flying I've ever had to do. Yeah, I suppose if it was a real rocket day, it could be a little more uncomfortable. You're gonna have buns of steel by the end here. Got the clench going. Hang in there, my brother. Hang in there.
If Stu could fire off the Cirrus parachute without wrecking the plane, he'd be bailing out right now.
I needed to be in a hospital. I was having the most severe stomach sickness that I've ever had in my whole life.
The new captain's in no condition to land the plane. So Cory gets what he's been waiting for: control.
Why don't you just sit back and enjoy the ride, Captain Stu? Hold your... I'm watching you. Hold your together. Stay really still.
This will be Cory's first shot at landing the Cirrus.
Well, flaps. Takes a long time to slow down because the wings are so small. So you really got to start scrubbing speed early.
He comes in way too fast. Stu reaches for the throttle.
I got it. Got it.
They're down, but Stu's agony isn't over.
Easy. Okay, easy to be. You're the one with the hand on the throttle. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alfred.
Guess where Stu will be heading right now. And his troubles don't end at the airport.
I hope the toilet is close to the bed.
They're both 50.
Oh, thank you so much.
At the hotel, Stu finally crashes.
Pakistan's revenge.
Stay in touch. I'll give you a call later. And if you're not up to flying tomorrow, no big deal. We can chill here for a day or two, whatever it takes.
Cory may end up in the captain's seat on this trip, after all.
All right. Well, get some rest. I'll talk to you later. If he gets sick enough that he needs to go to the hospital, it's possible that I'll have to continue the flight on my own. I mean, the plane can't wait forever. You know, this is a money-making operation for everybody involved. If he's down for the count, I'm gonna have to take it myself.
I'm hurting.
10,000 kilometers northeast. The hangar queen, Cheyenne, has dried out overnight. Good thing, too, because she has to keep moving toward her final destination in the Philippines. But Brad's heart is no longer in this trip.
Estamos acá en Alaska y ya salimos el norte de Alaska, pero estamos saliendo ya mismo.
Te voy a extrañar muchísimo.
Ah, yo a ti, baby.
He wants to get home to see his girlfriend, Monica. But it's only 6 days now before he has to go back to Afghanistan.
Dale un beso.
Bye-bye. I can't let my wanting to go home to her push me to make a bad decision, like, oh yeah, you know, if we get that much further, that gets me that much closer to home. I can't let that affect me. I gotta be smart.
He's not the only one with thoughts elsewhere. Pete's still worrying about the fallen trees and hydro wires all over his property back home.
I gotta say, I don't like it when the Pete's not on his A game.
Yeah, who does, right? I don't.
It happens.
Too many negative things going on.
They both have to stay sharp on this leg. It'll take them to Nome, Alaska, over some of the most rugged, isolated country on the continent.
That terrain there in a single engine airplane, if you have an engine failure, the best thing to do is just pitch over and get it over with.
Not me. I fight for everything.
Do ya?
Yep. It's always a chance. Never know.
Fight for your marriage? Whoa!
You didn't go there.
I'm sorry, Pete. I'm sorry for slapping you down terribly.
It's all right. I can manage it. Let's just add more stress to my life.
The Cheyenne flies trouble-free for the first hour and a half. But that doesn't last.
Okay, so look at what's happening.
I'm watching it.
You know what's happening?
Yeah.
You make that turn and yours takes off like a shot. And look, mine's barely moving.
The plane's navigation systems have suddenly gone haywire.
Right now, we're having massive problems with our gyros whenever we turn the airplane.
I'm not sure how much we're turning. The bank has given us erroneous information, and I think we have a faulty computer.
The instruments are doing goofy stuff, so we have to really be on our game.
I'm hand flying right now, and we're gonna hand fly it all the way through these clouds.
Flying visually could work, except they've just lost their windshield heater again.
How come my side's fogging up?
Because this plane is ghetto.
This is exactly what happened to them on the first day of their trip.
We got things freezing up. We got nuts and bolts freezing up. We got a windshield that won't defrost.
I can't see anything. Nothing.
Now, they're almost ready to land. They can't navigate by instrument, and they've almost lost visibility.
I'm totally blind right now.
That's terrific.
I wonder if this is a dumb move to flip those wipers on.
Dumb.
Pete has nothing but an iced-up view of what's ahead.
Are you gonna be able to see anything, dude?
Only his instinct and experience will get them out of this one.
And full flaps, please.
Speed checks selected. Moving.
Thank you. Final checks complete.
No landing clearance required.
Roger. Give me a 500 per call, the minimums.
Roger.
800 Echo Bravo, take in, sir.
Short final.
They've made it, but their faith in the old plane has hit a new low.
What a crock of
Unbelievable. What a heap of garbage.
I can't believe this, dude. More and more problems.
It was lovely to be on the approach, and I couldn't see out my windscreen.
Pete and Brad have a broken windshield heater and a long list of instrument problems that need to be fixed fast.
In that scenario, that's how people die, is that scenario right there.
Yep. If you passed out, I would have been unable to land.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
But at least we're broke here in the U.S. That would be insanity if we broke down in Russia.
They need a mechanic who understands the plane's 32-year-old systems. But they're most likely out of luck here in Nome.
We need to start briefing up Cory. Seriously?
This has to be fixed. Cory.
What's going on, bud? You know any avionics guys, Tom?
Yeah, I don't just need avionics. We hopefully can find someone that knows this system. So we might have to pull somebody out of retirement or the nursing home that's old enough to have worked on this. But I don't know what else to do other than head back to Anchorage for proper repairs and hopefully find somebody there.
All right. Well, do what you need to do. Good luck, guys.
Okay, thanks.
It's really gonna extend this trip.
They backtrack to Anchorage in search of a mechanic. Flying the Cheyenne is risky, but better over Alaska than the middle of the ocean.
Disappointment's one way to look at it. I look at it as a complete waste of time. We're going back to Anchorage. We're going backwards. We're going back. Back.
On the ground in Anchorage, the clock's running out, especially for Brad.
I just got an email from my boss in Afghanistan, and I had begged and pleaded for some extra time, and they just said no, that I absolutely have to be back on the day as originally planned. So in a nutshell, my trip is over. So that's the end of the game. What's up, dude?
Hey, did you get the weather printed out and all that?
Yeah, I got everything.
Cool.
But I also got to talk to you about something. And I got an email from my boss. I asked for some more time because I knew this trip was jamming us up. I was told no way, and I got to pop smoke.
That's really bad news.
I know, I hate to do it to you, but there's really nothing I can do.
Tell me it's after Russia.
It's not after Russia. It's like I'm leaving tomorrow.
This is gonna really, really, really suck.
During yesterday's flight, a stomach bug hit Stu with a vengeance.
Hope we're making the right decision here.
He's decided to push on with the trip today.
So what's the longest you've gone? Or I should say, what's the longest you haven't gone so far?
Maybe 15 minutes.
So can you quintuple that?
But he's having a tough time holding it together.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Dude, you're killing me.
Here goes nothing.
I hope.
Oh, look at that place. Jeez. Whole different terrain, civilization, layout. Yeah, no doubt. So did you take any unusual precautions? I have full confidence I can get to Kuwait. Buns of steel.
Stu's feeling better today. Ready for the 13,000 kilometers they still have to fly to get them to Ohio. He's the man with the expertise on the high-tech Cirrus. And Carrie can't resist teasing him about it.
You're not hand flying this? Of course I'm always hand flying. I didn't see my hands on it. You autopilot boys. You don't get a good climb with autopilot. You gotta be smooth, man. You're fighting. Oh, I'm correcting you. Oh, whatever. Just like I had to correct your landing yesterday. Oh my God. Oh my God.
They sail over the desert kingdoms like tourists.
Wow, there it is. What is it, the world's tallest building? Oh, right there. Check that out. Unbelievable.
But when they reach Kuwait, it's back to business. They buckle down for a 1,200-kilometer night flight across the desert to Jordan. Deserts usually promise clear skies, but not tonight.
Here we are in the middle of the desert. What do we get? Freaking thunderstorm! This is the worst rain and weather we've had yet. I don't mind rain. I don't mind rain much at all. But lightning, bad.
A direct lightning hit could fry the computer systems in the Cirrus, or even worse.
Man, only we can find thunderstorms in the desert.
Feliz para verte, mi amor. Muy contenta.
Ay, ¿sabes qué? Tengo buenas noticias para ti.
¿Sí?
Estoy saliendo a Alaska hoy y llego a Colombia mañana.
No.
Sí. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? You'll come to the airport?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Brad is heading home to Colombia, leaving Pete to deal with the delivery of the Cheyenne.
I feel bad for bailing on Pete, and I'm not even gonna really have any time to see her. I gotta leave right away for Afghanistan, but that's the life of a pilot.
Brad's managed to change the life of another pilot as well. Into the breach comes Randy McGeehee. He had to hop on a plane last night and fly 3,600 kilometers north to take Brad's place.
Yesterday I was in sunny California.
Actually at the beach with my kids, and now here I am in looks like about 1.5 feet of snow, about ready to cross into Russia at the worst time of year to fly over there. Hey fellas, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Randy.
Good to know.
Heard good things about you.
Yeah, thanks. I'm looking forward to flying with you. Who do I have to thank for this lovely little vacation I get to go on here?
A piece of machinery called the Cheyenne 2. She's been a handful, lots of problems.
You know when you go to the avionics shop and you see all these old radios and stuff, you think about the old days of flying? That's what that dash reminds me of. What a piece of crap, huh?
Yeah, you gotta be on your toes.
But the hangar queen isn't Brad's problem anymore. He's heading home to his girlfriend. They're stuck with the lemon Cheyenne.
See you on the flip side.
See you, bro.
See you,
man. Safe trip.
Catch you guys later.
Glad that asshole's gone.
Yeah, jeez, what a
Thank God.
2 days later, after all the repairs, the Cheyenne is still acting up.
This thing sucks.
Yep, put it back into the barn. What is wrong with you, airplane?
Pete and Randy have just come back from a failed test flight. The plane's still not ready for the next leg into Russia.
If this airplane were really in service, it should not have this many issues.
I know. And on top of all of that, there's still a tree in the roof of my house. It's just great.
While mechanics look under the hood, they plot the rest of their trip, but they get a nasty surprise.
Listen to this. Nome's being evacuated for the storm.
You're shitting me, man.
I'm not kidding you.
A massive storm has stopped everything cold.
These things get named hurricanes down south and get a category. It's that magnitude. We have to have good weather for this plane, and we've got the storm of the century that we're dealing with instead.
It looks like the storm will ground them for at least 2 days. And when it's over, their first airport in Russia will be closed.
Military airport, it's not open on Saturdays or Sundays. Yep.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Nope, I'm not. And so what we're looking at right now is we are dead in the water Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Why am I here?
Pete needs to go home to take care of his wrecked property.
I gotta really think about getting on an airline and going south.
Or it's not like we can do anything anyways, you know?
Nope.
Airplane's broke, weather's horrible.
Weather's bad.
Airport's closed. What are we gonna do?
The Cheyenne is already 6 days late for delivery. Now Pete and Randy have to leave it behind while the storm of the century bears down on Alaska. This is the ferry flight from hell. 10,000 kilometers from Anchorage.
Yeah, me no likey the lightning. Me and lightning, we got a history.
Carrie and Stu are crossing the Arabian desert from Kuwait to Amman in a lightning storm.
So I got hit by lightning once, and I was reading my book, listening to my Walkman, having a good thing, and boom! I just, holy it hit the prop, and it was really loud. There's a big Christmas tree wreath of fire around the prop thing. You know, and I'm sitting there, I'm a flying gas tank. I'm like, okay, why am I not dead? And like, everything's still working, and the radios are still on, and holy a lot more popping up here. It's kind of an even line, just a line of thunderstorms out in front of us.
Stu tries to find an escape route away from the lightning.
Oh, did you just go left? Just a little bit. Because I just saw one on the other side of it. No, I would go just to the right of it. No sense chasing him around. Let's wait till we get a little closer and see what we get.
You couldn't be more vulnerable than to be flying at 8,000 feet, because one of those bolts of lightning can come through the aircraft and fry the avionics.
Both pilots are really starting to regret their decision to make this desert leg tonight.
It's almost like someone's trying to tell us something. Hey, dummies.
Next time on Dangerous Flights.
Just too cold. I mean, we're minus 45 degrees at altitude here.
Randy and Cory go into a Russian deep freeze.
So hard to move right now. I'm a little worried.
And risk hypothermia.
Holy my feet are numb and hurt.
Easy. You're going down 1,000 feet a minute.
And Carrie totally loses it with Stu.
Level the wings. Level off. Hey, yes, push. All right.